On with it.
Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Rime of the Frostmaiden. You can watch this stream every Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can watch our sister stream, the Dork Vision stream, on Sundays from 9 p.m. to midnight. You can buy my books on Drive Through RPG and the DM's Guild, and you can support me another way on Patreon/NobleCrumpet. With that text out of the way, let's get back into it, shall we? So, we're down a player tonight. Allie is busy on commission stuff, so Venric won't be joining us. I'll have to control 2 NPCs for that side of the apartment. And Nephros is temporarily going to be gone at some point, but we'll be back. In the meantime, you guys are in Targos. You meant to go to Bryn Shander, but you were waylaid by some Zentarum that wanted to pick a fight with you guys. A familiar face in grusty pine toes wanted vengeance for foiling his plans back in Tourmaline. You came to discover that this whole town has got a bunch of Zents in it, and the speaker who was hanging out at the Luskan Arms all the time seems to be in on it, along with his tiefling captain Skath. You found out as well that Russell is a Cormyrian Purple Knight. It wasn't that much of news, but you found out more about his story, how he's a deserter, and Venric offered not to turn him in. So that was nice of them. And I think that's right where you guys left off. Rusty is in prison. You guys were debating committing murder.
Yeah, wow.
Well, you say it like that.
You say it like we weren't just almost murdered on.
Oh, I know.
And this is a bad thing.
And I know that it was made obvious to you that he's probably not going to spend too much time in jail, just long enough to make it seem like he's served his time. But that leaves you guys with an interesting choice as you mutter around in Targos before heading to Bryn Shander to meet with people that you had already met before. Well, that you freed from the mountain door. So, it's about noontime, thanks to my token. I'm able to remember that. Find that on Patreon.
Thank you, token.
Shameless plug.
The portal to the tropical island.
The portal to the better part of the Forgotten Realms. Part that isn't in perpetual winter.
Let's just jump in there.
Yeah, just go on in. No, the party! Alright, so, what would you guys like to do?
What do you think, Nephros?
Oh, what about Crusty Pine Toes? I mean, see, the thing is, if he gets killed, this speaker is just going to appoint the next Zentarum grunt in line, who might even be worse than Crusty Pine Toes, and the problem's not going to be solved.
Well, there would be one less Crusty Pine Toes.
Yeah, but that's not actually going to help anybody. We can't think in terms of singular ourselves. We're supposed to be helping the people of this town.
Right, so we should kill all of them.
No, I don't think that's necessarily the best idea, because that will probably lead the town against us. They're going to be without a speaker.
Not the speaker, just all of his grunts.
I think that's a bit of a time-consuming task at this point.
They're all together right now. It
The
could
entire-
be easily done.
The entirety of the Zentarum, localized entirely within this town.
Everyone we fought tonight.
May I see it?
Listen, I think the right thing to do is to work on gathering information. Listen, we don't even know. The Zentarum might have him over a barrel, and that's why he's working with him, or it could be willing.
So he was sending letters between them, but they have him over a barrel?
It's possible he could be begging for them to spare a family member if they have them. Something like that.
Boy, everyone here is naive, aren't they?
We're lacking a lot of information. I think it's less that we're all naive and we're just not rash.
Well, there is that dwarf lady. What's her name again? Trollsbane? She's in this town, right?
Yep, she is here.
She seemed interested in hunting down the murderer, but this is probably important too.
The murderer. Do you know what the murderer is? The murderer is the entire Zentarum. they're the ones picking who dies, and they're the ones hunting the people down who doesn't, who tries to run away.
Oh,
They're
We
running
need
where's the?
information and someone to actually give us an idea what to do here.
I'm sorry, Vilma. Where's the? Did I miss the dossier that explained all that?
Yeah, well, we can walk into the speaker's room in Luskin's Arms and see all his correspondence.
Well, technically, it's not proven that the Zentarum are controlling who lives and who dies. They said that all the 10 speakers of all of 10 towns all take part in that drawing.
And it's a foolproof system that can't be gamed by people who would use it to their own ends.
Well, the implication that it can be is different than proof that it is being so, rather than saw a piece of paper in a guy's room that didn't have anything on it necessarily. There's a lot of speculation, and from what Venric has told me ahead of time, they said that they're also anti-killing people for now. They think that it might be rash to take action when they don't know the full situation.
Right. Well, we'll wait for them to jump us again, and then maybe we'll decide if we want to kill them again or not.
Well, they can't jump us right now. They're in prison.
Short term as always.
Well, then we best get out of here.
See, the thing about getting out of here doesn't solve any problems as well. Did you see how everyone was hiding inside the houses the entire time and were too afraid to even say anything? That's the grip that the Zentarum have over this entire town.
Yeah, and you don't topple an entire organization by just killing individual people.
We were almost killed by like 6 people.
It's like everyone seems to be in the know. Everyone seems to be afraid of anything, or intervening,
Just capture
or
a
even
random person and interrogate them.
making themselves known.
Well, if we found out more information, maybe we could do something about it.
Okay, how do we do that then?
I don't know.
it
I'm just a
happen?
PC.
Well, okay, so we're thinking that the Zentarum are potentially have their fingers in more than just this city. Is that correct?
Well, we saw them try to set up in Tourmaline, but we squashed that really quick.
Yes, because that was a small town and there weren't a whole lot of them there.
Right. Yes, and a bigger town might have a higher presence, like the ones that we're going to be seeing on our way.
So perhaps if we go to Bryn Shander, that might be a more fruitful place to try and dig up information on who's perhaps in charge of the Zentarum here. We should perhaps go for the head instead of just trying to chop off some lieutenant here.
Right.
Which, yeah, the
so-
speaker is probably the head, at least one of the heads, but we don't know what'll happen if we just murder a speaker.
I didn't say murder the speaker.
I know.
Murder all his
I know.
underlings.
I'm just...
And let's contextualize.
nipping it
We
in
don't
the
know
bud.
what'll happen if a speaker dies. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
could have resonating consequences as well.
We won't murder the speaker, no. The speaker will expose. What we do now, since we are not in the right, not strong enough to fight an
We
entire
need
town,
authority to leverage against these people.
we need support.
Yeah, we need support.
need
We need
support.
evidence.
And we need to slow them down a bit. This town can't have this growing Zentarum where people are afraid to go out on the streets. And everyone, if you haven't noticed, everyone is all miserable all the time in this town.
Yeah, I don't know why they live here. Really don't understand it.
Oh, well, there's nowhere else to go.
Desperate people turn to crime.
People here are stuck this weather.
Well, maybe an answer will reveal itself.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point, we should make our way to one of the larger cities and try and do some information gathering there.
We've only been to 3 of the 10 towns. This could go deeper than we know.
Like the conspiracy that I just revealed before.
Yes. But we only know about it here in Targos and Tourmaline. And hopefully we stopped it in Tourmaline, but who knows where else it's spread. If
Exactly.
it has.
And I
We
mean,
should-
it won't do any help to just nip the tip off of one vine here if it's just going to grow back immediately.
Well, it'll be expensive for them. They'll have to find other people, and it'll cost them time and resources and people, which is a victory.
The Black Network traffics in people. Sure, it won't be long before they find some new people, if they aren't sending more north to the Dale as we speak.
I expected defeatism from you, Jeeves, as usual.
As you wish, Vilma.
Let's just call it a retreat.
And not a retreat, but a tactical retreat.
It's
We're
a loss.
advancing in a different direction.
It's a loss.
Well, we haven't gained or lost anything.
We haven't investigated anything here. We're just talking in this bar.
Yes, we are lucky to even be alive. I saw Fenric's, tiny little fox ribs get caved in, and Grundle still has a gash on his head from when people were beating him to death.
Well,
But
next
everybody's
time I'll
fine
have
with
my
that,
armor.
because they might have a story behind it.
It only hurts when I breathe.
Here, do you need more hit points, Grundle?
No, I'm at full for some reason.
We took a long rest.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we did.
Did we?
We had a night.
Oh,
We did.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I
We
will
must have.
update my character sheet.
You guys, I mean, your token's at full, too. Oh, wait, no, your token's at...
I didn't take damage.
Your token has 1 damage.
Yeah, I took
Ow.
1 damage.
Nephros as well, you should be at full. Oh, he's not here. He BRB'd. I'll adjust it. Okay. Yeah, you guys went to the Luskan Arms immediately after that encounter, and that's where you overheard the speaker and Skath talking to each other.
Right, I thought
And then
we
you
were
had
discussing...
a tenuous long rest there.
Okay.
And that's why in the morning you went to go see Russell, and then spent some time there talking
Right.
to him.
We did do that. Okay.
That's the timeline.
Did it. Figured it out.
Oh, well, our dogs are in the kennel. Should we head out for now? Unless you still wanted to talk to that, Hlyn. We haven't caught the murderer yet. I mean,
Right.
obviously there's other murderers to take on.
Well, they're clearly someone who believes in justice, so they might be able to help us.
Perhaps. It's up to you guys. I'm controlled by the DM.
Thanks for
So-
reminding us.
You're welcome.
We don't really know anything about this person, do we?
Not really. It was a very short stay, I recall.
They're ostensibly the bane of trolls.
Alright, let's go talk to them.
Alright, let's go. Last time you saw them, they were at the Three Flags Sailing. Oh, that was hard to say suddenly. Three Flags
It's
Sailing.
not a good name.
Yeah. Maybe like if it was like a sailory one, the
It
Tree
should be called
Flags
Three
Sailing.
Flags.
The Tree Flags. Yeah. Anyway, you guys head north to the Three Flags Sailing,
You
and
wanna be sneaky?
would you like to sneak? Going once, going twice? Very well, you are traveling recklessly to the Three Flags Sailing, making no
I'm just
cares.
screaming the whole time.
Oh!
Flailing. Flailing my arms.
I would like to rage!
You just got 3 bottles on your fingers and you're going ding 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 ding. Gentarum, come out and play.
Come out and play.
People are going about their business. They've already pushed their boats out to the beyond the walled harbor, because the entire lake is like frozen over at this part. And most of the sailors are gone for the day, so the place is relatively empty. You do head inside to the nice, cozy place with a fire already roaring, and the gray-haired tavern keeper motions for you to come in. Come on in, sit down, have some stew. Got some nice fish stew fresh from yesterday. I guess it's
Fresh
not that
today.
fresh if it's yesterday, but trust me, it's still kept good. Plenty of salt. Here, it's just 5 coppers apiece. Any drinks that you need. You see Hlyn Trollbane, and a lot of weird things to say. Hlyn Trollbane in the
Glump.
Glimp Glomp Glorp in the far end of the room. She sees you guys come in and after a moment recognizes you. Hey, did you catch the murderer yet?
No.
Well, have you come back? I don't have any new information for you.
I didn't think so. Interesting. So, under what authority do you want to chase after this murderer?
No one's authority. Speaker hasn't been doing jack about it. That's why I wanted to hire some adventurers. I haven't been adventuring lately, and my work in the Southlands has gotten me a few more enemies than I'd care for, so I decided to retire in Icewind Dale, but I still can't stand to see that injustice is taking place. And if nobody here is going to do anything about it, then I'm willing to pay my coin to end it.
Interesting. Well, what if our murderer had a lot of support? Hypothetically. Like a major guild, perhaps.
You're saying it's not the Frostmaiden?
No, probably not.
Well, I only have what I can offer. Just my coin and my sense of dignity.
That's not okay. But we're gonna be following some leads soon. We just wanted to check in and find out more about, you, employer, potentially.
Well, I haven't asked anybody else to do this. That's what you mean. You guys are the only ones.
Let me put it this way. There's a chance that perhaps the murderer or someone very involved in the murderer is someone you might know, possibly. This is very hypothetical. You might know, respect, hold very dear to you. And we're just going to need... Would you trust us if we came and told you that they were the murderer, or would you require some proof?
I'd certainly need some proof, but I was pretty sure that Sefik Caltro was the murderer. They've been following him and his exploits with Icevein imports. If he's working with a larger organization than Torga's, I don't know what I'd do. I don't have mercenaries, you're all I have.
Yeah, see, this is why it's dangerous for us.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll take it under advisement. We're gonna, like Vilma said, we've got some snooping around to do.
All right. Well, you can confirm it. Let me know. I'd be very interested to find out.
Now, does this person know about that the victims are usually people who have?
Yeah,
there's
she's the
something
one
to
that
do
told
with
you
the
that.
victims yeah, it was her. Okay, never mind then. That the victims are part of the drawing or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, they told us.
Were there notes that the victims had puncture wounds or something?
Yeah, no, they're eaten by werewolves.
Hairy werewolves.
Ripped to pieces. in other
That's
words.
Yeah.
Harry Wolfman!
Straight wreck.
And our suspected murder travels with a dog salesman.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a dog sled,
To you,
traveling merchant.
Yes. Yeah. The imports. Yeah.
Just like us now.
Yes.
We're becoming what we hunt.
Roger that. Slowly coming up to speed on last session.
Aye. She also reiterates to you guys that she doesn't want to get the law enforcement involved, since so far they've been unwilling to even try to track down the murderer.
Mm-hmm. Probably because they're,
Yeah,
maybe,
if-
you know.
I've tried
like,
talking
off
to
to the
Nerf
side.
over and over again, but he just gives me the same old spiel.
Yeah, off to the side quietly, Development was like, well, yeah, of course they're not trying to get involved because at least some of them, if not all of them, are Zentarum.
It's just like, it's what I'm telling you.
No, I understand, and it's going to be tough.
Well, we could do nothing. And let it continue.
Not doing something immediately right now is not the same as doing nothing.
Well, not doing anything potentially ever.
To be fair, we have done nothing to save that girl's boy yet.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
we
Saved
had a
boys
lot
already.
of other people to save.
That's true.
We have a
Save
lot
count
of
is up to 6.
yeah.
And some rewards to take. I believe there was also a sea monster that was mentioned in the first town that we ventured here.
No, I think
Oh.
your memory's faulty, old man. I don't remember anything about
Yeah,
that.
all I know
It's
is
just a big
Anyway,
fish,
we should be
remember?
there's a
Didn't we?
haunted cruise line or something, I think. A
Yeah,
haunted
there was-
fishing trip. It was just a gimmick, I think.
Where could we go now? Do you want to sneak into the speaker's office?
We can just go to town hall and talk to our prisoners if we want to.
Do you think they can tell us anything?
Well,
I
let's
can
appeal
make
rather
up
that they're going
to
to.
their greed instead. Maybe we could just
No.
bribe Pine Toes into not trying to murder us for no reason.
No, that's the dumbest option, actually, because he could just take our money and then take someone else's money to kill us. That is not the correct option. No, never do that. If
City
somebody's
life
trying
is
to
so
murder you,
complicated.
you're not going to pay them off to stop murdering you.
Yeah,
There
I
are
mean-
some pros
Let's
to
just
that,
give
but
them
I
some
don't think he's
rations.
gonna want to take money if he's in a jail cell with the Zentarum all around.
And I mean, I'm going to be honest here. If he was able to find us, we don't have, was somewhat identifiable, whether through our actions or by otherwise. I think we should try and keep a low profile and maybe see if we can get out of this town without anyone knowing, so none of his cronies who are outside the bars can tell him or the rest of the network that we've left.
Let's walk around town telling everybody we're going to Tourmaline and then go somewhere else.
How was
I
he
mean,
able
or
to
that.
track us? Well, I guess we were riding mammoths. But that was only for, well, I guess that was the entire way.
Yeah, I mean, if we just head out.
That was only for it the entire way.
Yeah. I mean,
Did
if
he
we
say
head
we
out.
were in the
miles
right
outside the
place
city.
at the wrong time?
No.
Well,
No,
that's
this
what he
is a reoccurring
said.
villain, and we could make sure that he's not reoccurring if we make that choice.
But he's not the only one who's seen us.
Exactly.
And he's certainly told other people by now about us. I think if we go anywhere, we just need to try and keep a low profile.
No, we can't do that.
Just tell him
Impossible. It's literally no. Nephros, look at you. Look at me. Look at look at Suvi. Like, look, it's
I can
impossible.
shapeshift.
Nephros
I
like
know what
puts
your
his
problem
hood
is.
up and both his horns are still sticking out entirely. Look, invisible.
two little holes in his hood.
This guy's
It's like
help.
making a little tent out of his hood.
And how mad would Wilma be if you guys kill Grusty and then he comes back and his head is like stapled on, like one of those orcs from the Lord of the Rings video game, and is like,
Yeah,
"You
Shadow
thought
Murderer."
you had me. Let's fight."
Your arms off.
Oh, better. All right. Well, the innkeeper is able to bring you guys some warm stew, and a mug of ale if you guys need it. So yeah, Hlyn tells you about the details again, refreshing your memory and letting you know everything she knows. She tells you that she was once a part of the Flaming Fist down south in Baldur's Gate, which I don't remember if she told you that or not. But
With the whole talk cycle again, just to make sure I get everything.
Let's make sure that we didn't miss anything. Yes.
click, click, click. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
got it.
All
Scroll back up
dialogues.
through the
Pause.
dialogue log. Yeah.
Right. With her dialogue exhausted, Lynn wipes the ale from her beard, I guess, and then she heads upstairs, crashing into a few chairs as she goes.
How very NPC.
Can I help you with something?
We're closed. Get out.
I'll leave a gold for the innkeeper.
I think that more than covers you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear. Where are you heading?
Tourmaline.
I think, yeah, we're gonna be. I think we're gonna be sticking around town for a while.
The diversion begins.
Oh, well,
I think
doors
we're
are
gonna.
always open.
I think we're gonna take up fishing. Actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Are
Oh,
we
careful.
gonna kill a sea monster?
Yes, you have heard about the sea monster. All of the sailors are so intrigued by the tales from Bremen. Haven't seen one here yet.
Yep. Haven't seen. Nobody will. Nobody ever will.
Don't get your hopes up. Might just find one yet.
That would be getting my hopes up.
Oh, I suppose it would.
It's okay, Grandma.
Enjoy the stew, dearies. You're always welcome at Auntie Ethel's.
I thought this was Three Flags.
Yes, I'm the proprietor.
Auntie. Oh, okay. I get
The
you.
Ethel's Three Flags.
Why is the name so hard to say?
Because I don't have any teeth, dear.
Three flag hailing.
But don't worry, everyone here calls me Ma.
Thanks,
Wait,
Mom.
are you Ma, Auntie Ethel?
It depends on the day.
Oh, you people are so... You northerners are so weird.
Thank you, dear.
Hey.
No offense, Suvi.
So we've laid the seeds of our deception. Should we head out?
Yeah.
No, that seems good enough. Right? I think that'll fool the entire Centaur.
Yeah.
We told one person, one deranged person.
I'm
Yeah,
like
Put
sick
stuff
of
in the
this
Luskan arms
place.
and shout really loudly to the barkeep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Actually,
think,
You shouting
I
to
think
the
we just
barkeep?
wait to the middle.
The other one.
Oh,
Trying to
Russell.
set up a narrative here.
I
Should
feel
roll?
like we should go to the town hall and see our prisoners.
See if there's a single uncorrupted guard in this city.
What are we hoping to accomplish with that?
Well, I'll make Rusty talk. I'll try to.
Ask him why he bothered hunting us down. We didn't
So-
jump the gun and try to kill the speaker in front of a bunch of heroes.
Yeah. I mean, sure, we can wait for you while you go in there and try to make him talk, but I'm just doubtful he's gonna talk at all. But maybe that's just colored by the poor experience that me and Grundle had trying to interrogate someone before.
That's true.
Maybe we can appeal
mean-
to his reason.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be what? He's in the middle of a cell with how many other Zents in the same cell with him? They're
Well-
not gonna let us take him out alone.
Maybe we can
Yeah,
convince
you don't
him to
know the
shank
exact
him.
setup or anything.
No, I want to go see him, and then I'm gonna make him talk.
All right. Well, we'll wait outside, and you give us the signal if anything happens.
Yeah, we'll get the sleds ready to head out. So
Sure.
Oh, that's true. If we need to make a hasty getaway. So who's going to the sleds? Because they're in different directions.
I mean, I think we're all going to the sleds, and then Vilma's gonna have her little talk.
That seems ill-advised.
Jeeves, maybe you should go with Vilma, just in case. As you wish, Master Venric.
If we need them to all be bored to death, and maybe they'll fall asleep.
He's good at making people sleep.
I am known to make people listen to reason. I
Oh,
make
no.
very logical arguments.
I feel like you and me are just gonna be arguing in front of them. Is what's gonna end up happening.
You can be the good cop, and I will be the bad cop.
What do we do with Grendel then?
I don't want to go. I'm bored with him already.
Yeah.
I forgot
Little
about
dogs.
him.
You can play with the dogs.
I don't even know who we're talking about anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
Who are you?
Just tell me where the extreme violence needs to go.
Oh dear,
Well,
it seems
I have
he's
one
hit his head
place.
pretty hard. Well, let's go, Vilma. I'll send Vinric down to where the sled dog token is, because that's about where the kennel would be.
Yeah, no, Grundle, come with me. You're liable to actually try and hurt this guy in front of an entire corrupt guard force who will absolutely throw you right in jail with him. So come on, let's go to the dogs.
Okay, I want to pet the puppies. I called mine Judah and Russell.
That is fantastic. Tell me more about that.
They're my two best friends. One's my brother, and the other is my best friend.
That's great that you think the dog's your brother.
Well, he's named after my brother. Geesh, I'm not that stupid.
Well, that's not what you said.
Why use many word when few word do trick? Alright, you guys head off to the kennels in the south of Targos. Vilma heads relatively easily right over there.
Yeah,
like two
we're
buildings
crossing
down.
the street. I'm casting enhanced charisma.
Fair enough. Oh my. Did you get larger?
No, I put on some makeup.
Oh, that's it. Yes, I couldn't see from down here. Let's go. Alright. Just send efforts down there. You guys head to the town hall. It's a relatively large building, larger than the one in Bremen. More official looking than the one in Tourmaline, but still a it's got like sturdy walls and whatnot. On one end you can see bars. On the other side of the town hall, presumably the jail connects to that end. You head in the front entrance, hoping to make a good impression, I guess. And you're met by most of the guard force that's just kind of sitting here, keeping inside from the winter's chill. A lot of strong-looking fellows in at least mostly armor, some doing paperwork, some just shooting the shit in one of the lounges. And Captain Skath is present. He is behind a large desk at the back of the chamber, looking over everybody. As you guys enter...
So it's like one big room.
Yeah, this main portion is one
Gotham
large
Police
room.
Department.
There's other rooms that... It kind of is like a police department kind of vibe. Much less like a speaker's kind of place. If the speaker was here more often, they might be occupying the desk that Skath is sitting at right now. But he seems to
it's
stay
easier
at the
to-
Luskan Arms, yeah.
Send secret messages to his organization, not in the town hall.
Perhaps. But let's keep that on the DL.
Nah, let's go talk to him about how evil he is.
Very well. I'm here to support you, Mistress Vilma.
Of course.
Alright, what do you do? There are a few guards nearby. One just kind of like points and looks at you. One of them stands up and walks over. Can I help you?
This has Skath like noticed us, or is he distracted?
I would say that he's passively aware of you. He glanced up from his desk, did a bit of a double take, like he seems to recognize you, but he's not making any moves. He's still doing paperwork.
Yes, I would like to meet one of the prisoners in the cells, if you would be so kind.
One of the prisoners? Can I ask the reason?
We have personal matters to discuss. It would only be a brief time, though.
Make a persuasion check. Of course, you have advantage. Your magical charisma. Alright, fantastic.
Eagle Splendor.
As they ask, like, well, how do you know the person? You just seem to have, like, an okay answer for everything, and,
He's my ex-boyfriend and he owes me rent.
well, you're not necessarily lying. You're maybe questioning them for, your own purposes. like, oh, you don't want me to talk to the person that beat me in the street? What kind of police force is this? And you make enough of a stink that instead of making you talk to their manager, they straight up escort you to the prisons. And Captain Skath sees you guys leaving, and one of the guards kind of like breaks away from the escort and goes to talk to them. Skath watches you enter the prison block. But he's not following you, so you've made your way inside.
Give him a little smirk. The smallest hint. Like the gentlest hint of a smirk at him as I just pass through the threshold.
You do so. You head into the prison block. There's, it's not completely full of people, but it seems that there's maybe like two people to a cell. Grusty is in a cell with another one of the Zentarum from yesterday. Very well, make it quick. And the guard just steps maybe 10 feet away. They're still obviously in earshot.
I'll huddle over and psst. Krusty.
Eh?
There
It's
you are.
you again.
My favorite little man.
I didn't think you'd be meeting me in here, of all places.
Oh, you're not going anywhere else. Where else was I gonna see you?
What do you want?
What do you think I want, Krusty? What the fuck's going on? Huh?
Hey, I ain't saying nothing.
You're not saying nothing.
Yeah, you tell him, boss.
Oh no.
Thug one, no.
Oh no, he's got a thug one. Oh no.
Oh, he's doing a voice.
We're screwed. This thug one's gonna ruin
You're
everything.
outnumbered. All you got is Jeeves to back you up.
No, Vilma, did you want to still be the bad cop?
Yeah, shake him down, Jeeves. You remember Jeeves? Probably not. Take it away, Jeeves.
Hello?
No, Jeeves, I'll take this.
I was there in Terminal... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you please don't say anything.
My apologies, Mistress Vilma. So is, this guy your, like, husband or something?
But I don't know much about him. He just follows us around. Anyways, Krusty, come here. Come to the boss. I need to talk to you.
I'm not going to those bars. Saw what you
But I
did
said-
to my friends. Well, acquaintances.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Not you.
No, don't. You're expendable to him. You all are. I said this multiple times.
Nah, not
It's
you,
very
Maxie.
obvious.
You're one of the strongest thugs out there. That's why you're in a cell with me.
That was coincidence.
That's
It's
why I got 2 attacks with my mace.
Yeah, I'm
Krusty.
safe in here. You're out there. I don't know what you think is gonna come of this.
I suggest you get closer, Krusty.
Well, he's gonna make a save. I honestly didn't see that populate thing.
Didn't beep for some reason.
Let's see, what did the dice say? Oh, you son of a bitch.
What, you
Yeah.
trying to use your feminine wiles on me? I like big women, just not that big.
All women are big for you.
Not other halflings, though they are few and far between here in Icewind Dale.
Far from home then.
Yeah, most of those halflings, they like the plains and the hills. But out here, some money can be made.
Doing what? Trying to assassinate people?
Working for the Zentarum.
Hmm.
We're
Are you-
a good guild. You know, you could do a lot of working for the Zents. Interested?
Yeah, well, you can certainly shape government with such a powerful guild, you would think. Perhaps getting rid of people that, don't need to be in the way.
Hey, I can't help it if you cross the wrong people. They were doing stuff in Tourmaline. You happened to ruin it all.
Yeah. Easily. Grusty. Grusty. I've been debating what to do with you. And I'm gonna let you go this one time. And I'm gonna get real close. I'm gonna whisper into the cell. Do you think Mika or the guard captain here keeps you safe in here? You're wrong.
Make an intimidation check. Right? Grusty kind of squirms a little bit. His smile is kind of replaced with a frown as he realizes that you know more than he had intended for you to know, and looks back to Maxie and says, "Hey, well, you,
Me. Yes.
if these bars weren't here, Maxie would clobber you."
Right.
Yeah, I would.
Maxie?
Yeah?
Maxie, I don't blame you for this. I'm actually glad that you made it out. You do seem like a smart guy. I'm just really sad that you have to hang out with Grusty Pine Toes.
He's
He
my
wants you
favorite little
to-
pipsqueak, isn't he, though? What? Don't take her side. I won't take nobody's side. I'm just saying that you're my friend. Yeah. Sure.
There's one thing I do have to say is Grusty has multiple times, even in the recent fight, abandoned his allies to die. And I will keep saying this over and over again. Don't follow Grusty.
It was
Please.
It was a tactical retreat. I was gonna go get reinforcements before I was stopped.
Oh, really? Do you have a lot more reinforcements in town?
Yeah, we got... I'm not telling you nothing.
You sure? Maybe?
You sure? That.
Kind of break your guitar string.
What if I did this?
What if I rolled dice unprompted? Maybe I get what I want.
I don't know what that's supposed to do, but I'm guard. I don't want to talk to this person anymore. The guard comes over and says, "I think that's about enough time anyway. Come along."
No, things are just getting heated. Fine then, Grusty. Until next time. Maybe a replacement thug will be next to you next time.
Wouldn't replace you, Maxie. But
He's lying!
I was replacing someone else, wasn't I? Shut up, Maxie!
Yes, Maxie! You got it! Use those brain cells, make them bash together and make a thought!
Think twice before you cross the Zentarum again, you Goliath lady. He looks at his hand. Vilma. He's screaming at the bars as the guard is escorting you out.
Our next meeting will be our last, Grusty, one way or other.
Grundles. I mean, he grimaces.
Yeah, you can't say that word.
Can't say that word.
That word's taken.
That's where it's taken, and it isn't even in the right context.
Grundles.
Take the grundle.
You head out into the main part of the town hall, and Skath is talking to some of the people there. He sees you come through, and he goes, Miss Goliath, I saw you come through. What did you need help with the prisoner?
Oh, nothing you can help me with. Just having a chat.
Just having a chat, hmm? Well, we do the interrogations. If you found anything else that you might want to share with us, please let us know.
Well, unfortunately, just personal reasons. Personal beef.
So, can I ask you, what made them attack you unprompted out of nowhere?
Interesting question. I wish I knew. But he was really tight-lipped about that.
make a deception check.
All right, you rolled all 3 types.
Finally.
Gotta collect them all.
Oh, I was gonna say if it's a 19.
The ultimate power.
I mean, he knows kind of. You assume if he's working for the Zentarum, but you've said this in such a way that he doesn't want to make a scene. He asks you like a few more questions, like your name and whatnot, the names of your party members.
Try to make a scene.
Well, I guess I'll just ask, do you want to give him your true names? Not like your demonic true names or something. Like, do you want to lie about your names? Or the name of your company?
The way he's acting cagey makes it seem that not a lot of people here are in the know, and I want to raise my voice so that maybe other people might get suspicions, but without that blatantly saying something, you know?
So you want to gauge the response of like implying that he's a Zentarum, or implying that he's being too pushy?
How about those flying snakes?
Yeah, I'll actually, as a deception, I might want to say, like, they talked about like something you said, but be kind of vague about it. Be like, they mentioned you said something to them afterwards, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay, that's good. As you say this, like, I don't know why they came after me, but they did mention something that you said to him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't very specific in that regard, just, you know, something about Captain Skath, that tiefling, something about boss.
Yeah.
Like, maybe not you personally, obviously. You're the captain of this fine establishment.
He was mumbling it with his companion. They're together.
I have very good ears. She has very good ears, you know. Very
Thank
good
you,
ears.
Jeeves. Yeah.
You hear in the distance, I heard that.
We got Jeeves, the hype man, right next to me.
So, Vilma, I'm going to have you make an insight check.
Ooh.
Read the room check.
No.
Mediocre.
Mediocre.
Glance around the room, and obviously you've caught people's attention. One guy kind of like takes his legs off the desk and like kind of stands up. Looks like he's like ready in case anything happens. A few other people have like started to move in. You haven't seen anything specific, but it seems that you caused enough of a scene that people are visibly upset. But you can't differentiate if any of them are Zentarum or any of them are not. They weren't.
And I'll just
overt.
immediately diffuse, but I could have heard it wrong anyways.
Yeah, it could have been mishearing.
But we'll be heading out. Pleasure speaking with you, Captain.
Tell him you're going to Tourmaline.
You hear Subi's voice in the back of your head.
while we're walking out, I'll go over to Jeeves like, so Tourmaline next.
I thought that yes, Tourmaline next.
Good, and we walk out.
Captain
That's all I
Skath.
had to say is yes.
Captain Skath was just like, well, if you find out anything more, let me know. He doesn't seem to want to continue the conversation after that. And the rest of the guard force kind of stands down as they let you leave, without any further incident. Okay.
If you need us, ask for the newcomers.
Sure.
Yes.
Jeeves says that.
Yeah, right as he goes out the door. We're the newcomers.
Hope Vilma is helping us weave our web of deception across this town.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think she'll find anything, but if she does, hey, that's all the better.
Sitting here petting 2 dogs, like, yeah, I know.
Gee, Suvi, how come you get 2 dogs?
We all have 2 dogs,
That's right.
except Jeeves.
Yeah.
Except for me. Jeeves has returned with Vilma.
Oh. Is the village
Well,
on
he
fire?
returns and then like disappears from next to me, and then I show up like 30 seconds later. Could have just waited, Jeeves.
That was a bit of a waste, I'll admit. Improper timing, Suvi.
Well, the bee's hive is shaken.
We gave them a
Where'd you find
swift
bees? It's
talking
been frozen
to.
for 2 years.
I'm sure that they won't be coming after us after that display of malice.
Yeah, Jeeves really kicked it up a notch. You should have seen his bad cop.
I was the bad cop.
Well, hopefully you feel a little better, Wilhelma.
Well,
No.
just don't let
he's
that
still
bad cop
alive.
stuff get to your head.
Of course, Master Venric. I only serve good. That. Just as well as I do.
Okay, come on. We got the dogs. Let's get out of here.
Hut hut.
Hut hut.
Hike.
Hike.
Mush.
Let's go! By that I mean... Let me find you all. There you are. My computer is chugging something fierce. Alright, Bryn Shander is really not that far away.
Nope.
It's still about noon, and you can make it there in, let's see, 1 mile? About 3 miles. So, 1 mile per hour for sleds. So you can get there in literally 3 hours. Let's see. And dogs need to rest every 1d4 hours because of the way that I have the map set up. No, that's not how it is in the actual.
So do we just
book.
roll 1d4 for all of them, or?
No, I'm just gonna roll once for everybody and see if you basically if it's less than if it's 2 or 1, then you guys will need to stop on your way to Bryn Shander. Otherwise, it's a straight shot. Okay. So they need to rest right when they get to Bryn Shander, but otherwise, you make very good time. I'm gonna say that you have. I'm gonna roll for encounters, but I'm gonna give you advantage on this, basically towards the favor of less
Give
encounters.
yourself disadvantage on
Yeah,
attack.
kind of. And with luck, there are no encounters. Make it. Way to Bryn Shander. Huzzah. Well, that was quick. Let's get off of this
Man,
really
dogs are
high-res
fast.
map. Woof, 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 woof. You guys quickly make it to the largest of the 10 towns, resting atop a large hillside that spans many miles. There's not a lot of trees surrounding Bryn Shander, as most of them have already been, forested for supplies and whatnot. It is surrounded by a hefty wall, and it's very bustling. There's guards that check you at the entrance. There's plenty of stables and kennels for your dogs and any mounts that you might have, and you're able to keep them there for a simple 2 copper a piece. 2 copper a dog, rather.
Delightful.
That's, what, 2 silver for all of them?
I guess, how much are there? There's like, what, 10?
10 to 1 is 10 dogs, so
10 dogs,
Yeah.
2 copper a piece, so 2 silver. Yeah, that is right. Well,
I'll pay it.
Wow, are you some kind of math genius?
Some kind of math genius?
Alright,
Some
puppies,
kind
be
of
good.
math head? Actually, you guys would be down here.
Let it explode!
Let's get you guys actually out here.
Why do the roads not align with the map?
Because
Because
of the wonderful maps he makes. Like Schley. Okay, there y'all are. Let's get some
Party hard.
let's get some different Okay. You guys make it to Bryn Shander, which is a very bustling town. Let's see. Yeah, as you guys, there's the sled dogs. Yep, we have to have them in here. And
So
yeah,
we don't forget them and leave.
that's true.
Not the dogs.
So, as you guys come in, there's a lot to be done here. You guys can do pretty much any kind of activity that you could think of here, except maybe like pit fighting as far as downtime activities, because there aren't really any pits to fight in.
No.
But
Call
otherwise,
it hill fighting.
there's plenty to explore, and plenty of people around if you need directions.
Well, I definitely know something that Nephros has been trying to do for a while now is find somewhere he can maybe try and get some studded leather armor. So
Okay.
that's definitely one of the first things he's going to try and do.
Head straight to market or acquire a hotel.
You know what? Maybe we can make our way into the market and ask where people recommend to stay.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a plan.
Sure thing.
All right. As you
Ready
guys,
to go.
House of the Grundle.
So the Grundle. I'm trying to do like a House of the Rising Sun thing with Grundle, but it's not coming to mind. All right.
House of the Rising Grundle.
As you head in, there are a few things that do catch your eye. There's a like a 3-story building that's like in the distance, not quite in the distance, but over yonder, towering over everything. It's a very well-built house. It looks to be like someone rich lives there. After asking anybody on the street about it, they tell you that that's the council hall where the 10 speakers will meet whenever they need to make decisions. You also pass by something labeled as the House of the Triad, which is a sort of brutalistic stone-looking temple. And it has the holy symbols of various deities on them. I can get a religion check for anybody that wants to find that out. In fact, I can do so for Benric as well, since he's disposed.
And he might actually be proficient.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm like, I should probably roll for him.
I'm not even gonna try, because that is pathetic for me.
Okay.
I like to see how low the number gets.
How low can you 5? Okay. I'll say that most of these deities are pretty well-known deities, and Venric is familiar with most of them because they're just in his alignment. Vilma, you've also heard stories of them as well. Together, you're able to piece together what the Triad seems to be. The Triad is a group of 3 deities: Ilmater, Torm, and Tyre. Or Tyr. Do we want to go with Tyre or Tyr?
I believe it's
Tyr.
Tyr.
I like tier
Tyr?
better.
Tyr sounds better. Okay. I don't usually pronounce that very
I mean,
often.
beast in German.
Great. Ilmater is the god of sacrifice and healing. Torm is the god of duty and law. And Tyr is the god of war and justice. Their symbols from what is shown on the front of the house. Ilmater's is that of 2 hands that are bound. Torm's is that of a white gauntlet, like a right-handed gauntlet. And Tyr's is that of a hammer that is balancing 2 scales, like a merchant scale. Anywho, something simple that you pass by and chit-chat about as you're making your way downtown, walking fast. Grab everybody to the center of the town, where the bustling marketplace has come to life.
Do you know any of the gods, Grundle?
What?
Do you know any of the gods?
I don't know. I know the orc one, I think.
Sure. I
Group-
mean, you can
groups?
easily.
I don't know what his name
If
is.
Learned about that piece of work earlier this week.
it depends if you're religious or not, Grundle, but I think you guys encountered like Grumpsh and their ilk in the mountain hall.
Yeah, that one I probably know, but I probably not.
You know of them, but you
Who-
maybe don't know
yeah.
like the specifics, like how to worship them and stuff like that. You just know that they're the orc god.
Right.
But I mean, You can learn more easily if you need to. As you head to the marketplace, yeah, you ask around and you're able to find most of the local places, pretty much any place that's like registered on the map now. Looks like there's another Snowshoes Unlimited here. This one seems to be an LLC. They recommend not staying at the Hooked Knucklehead, as it's not a great place to sleep. But they do recommend the North Look, which is in the north near the North Gate. Black Iron Blades is a what's it called? A blacksmith, and there's a place called the Armory. That's not like a place to sell things. That's literally oh wait,
An armory.
no, it is actually a place. Oh, I
It's literally a place.
Wait, it's a place?
no,
Wait, are these all places?
no. I copied my GM notes when I was copying this token and that token, so they say the same exact thing. I was like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. No, that is literally an armory where the militia of Bryn Shander gather their stuff. Rendarl's Emporium is a simple adventuring place and like pawn shop. Kelvin's Comfort is a tavern in the area, and the town hall is right next to the center of town. Ooh.
Yes, Kelvin's Care and Kelvin's Comfort.
Yeah, I mean, we've been up the can.
Who is
Surely
this
his comfort's
Kelvin?
better.
Surely. So,
No, I mean, when the mountain tried to kill us, at least it was upfront about it.
it seems that there aren't really any world-famous studded leather places, but you are able to find some leather workers exist in the marketplace. Nephros, make a investigation check based on charisma.
So no studded leather. Splits skateboard in half.
Splits
You
their
have to buy
sled in half.
chainmail.
Darn, I guess I'll need more. Okay.
Skill check. Yes.
Well, he did a unique one, so that's why it's like that. So, yeah, you're able to find an effective studded leather seller. Or, you know, they just sell leather work. And they have enough skill to make you the armor that you're looking for. Easy peasy.
Fantastic.
Let's see. Just my goddamn GM screen. Like, looking all over the place within range of my headset.
I can't reach it, it's just out of reach.
Can you almost reach it? Alright. You find somebody, and they offer studded leather for 50 gold pieces. It's kind of steep, so you might want to try and haggle them or figure out if that's a good price or not.
Yeah, I would definitely try and haggle them down, probably by like showing them the freshly repaired and mended leather armor that I'm wearing and be like, listen, I'm a man of high taste. Like, I know that's too expensive.
Sure, make a
See
persuasion
my
check.
beat up ass armor? I know things.
Okay, you're able to reduce the price down to a more normal 45 gold pieces.
Using perception?
Oh. Did I say
Oh, I didn't realize. I clicked the wrong one. Let me
Yeah.
do this again.
I see see the discount.
Yeah, that's better.
You're able to get an even better discount of 40
Who
gold
rolled?
pieces.
Did Chris roll that?
No.
No, he spotted the price tag that was actually lower than the number, and then he pointed at it.
Yes.
Nephros, well, it's not a combat roll, so that's why it's not a 6, obviously. But I understand the confusion, why you thought it might have been me that rolled that. But you're able to get a
Yes.
discount of 40 gold pieces. 45 is about a normal price. It was a bit higher here in Bryn Shander.
Fantastic. Yeah, I will. Is there any? Do they have any value for the current armor I'm wearing if I was to basically trade it in for it?
Yeah, they would be willing to offset. It's just leather armor?
Yeah, it's just leather armor.
Okay, then they'll take that in and offer it to you for 35 gold pieces.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Alright, exchange complete. They're able to easily get you fitted because they have a lot of different varieties of leather available, because this is a large city. So you don't even need to wait much longer than an hour to get your armor. What's everybody else
And-
doing in the marketplace?
Just in general, how are the people seem like they feel around here? Are they just as miserable as everywhere else, you know?
I mean, they seem generally
As we're walking
miserable, like seasonally. So, seasonally for the
Seasonal
last 2
depression.
years. Yeah.
I get you.
Continuously seasonal.
Ugh. But otherwise, people seem to be more busy here. Like their mind is in a different place. Like, it's like New York. If you're a tourist, get out of the way.
People run around us as we go really slow down the middle of the road.
Yeah.
Oh,
They'll-
wow,
they're
this is the
probably
biggest
not
city I've
barreling
seen
it
up here. Get out of the
really
way.
silly.
You stop at a red light.
Woof, 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 woof. A dog sled goes past. Woof, 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 woof.
Hate the
That's
city.
a good dog sound, Chris.
Yeah.
Woof woof
The
woof woof.
Doppler
woof.
effect.
I am a dog. Woof 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 woof. woof.
Well, it's multiple wolves, and they're Doppler affecting.
Oh, I get you.
Yeah.
I was
They
trying.
used they used thaumaturgy to just do a burp, burp.
Woof, 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 woof.
That's good dog impression.
So, yeah, people seem busy here, but just as depressed as Targos. Maybe not as fearful as Targos, like avoiding going outside unless they have to.
I want to take Suvi and Grundle, and I want to just buy knickknacks, I guess. See if there's anything juicy out in the market.
Alright,
Yeah.
sure.
Shop around for interesting.
Yeah,
Ugh.
no, Big Hunk has a family, and I will find it all.
Among the stars.
Among the stars.
Well, if it strikes your fancy, people say Rendarl's Emporium seems to be the place where you'd find the most interesting stuff. I'll also have you guys make another charisma investigation check. Yeah, everybody can make this check. It's
Not
fine.
if you don't select your token.
I
Charismation.
don't select your token.
Charistigation. Charistigation. Giuseppe Casey.
Giuseppe Stromboli.
Giuseppe Stromboli.
Big spicy 8.
Big spicy 8. Fantastic. And a
Infinity
solid,
sideways.
a solid 11. It has been more than an hour, so you don't have your advantage on charisma checks, but...
Yeah, a little bit longer.
Also, Venric exists. I did forget that. I was like waiting for others to trail in. It's like
Oft overlooked.
there's 2 of them, aren't he? Oh, I forgot how to do it myself. Charisma. Investigation. Wow, great help. Great help.
Excuse
Then
me,
we
can you...
insult somebody again.
Ma'am, can...
But he's just walking past Venric, far too busy to pay attention to a gnome paladin. And Jeeves is also in a similar situation, but for a different reason. Please, I don't have any. It's not good.
I have nothing to donate.
Please, can I only have MasterCard. Dear. Alright, well, that's fine. Oh wait, Nephros got a 17. That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That's not bad. I was looking at
Supposed to be
the...
good at those?
Okay, Nephros, while you were asking around for armor, you pick up 2 tidbits of information. You find out that black iron blades, while the most prominent place here, is also considered some of the worst handiwork in 10 towns. It's literally an insult to say that somebody's blade was made from black iron blades. And people will like point and laugh at each other in that method. The other thing that you find
How
out...
are they still in business? They're
You-
literally a laughingstock.
You have no
They're
clue
literally
how
the
they're still
only
in business
here.
and why this information was so readily available to you. But you learn it, regardless. You also hear from your, investigations that it seems that people are not being as pushy with their wares lately. Like, nobody's like asking to flag people down. You're like, oh man, this marketplace seems dead. But it seems like from somebody that heard you say it, oh yeah, we don't really try to compete when Torga's in town.
Dun dun dun.
The Torga?
Yeah, Torga Icebane. She's usually in the center of town nowadays. But it's getting late, so maybe she'll be done soon.
Oh,
Who's that?
me? What? How'd you get here?
Oh, I wanted to take your mind off something, Vilma.
The
Here you
present.
go.
Yeah, no,
The
this is
original
amazing
mystery.
information. Me and my friends, we are huge fans of Torga. They're gonna love to hear this.
Great, well, have fun, I suppose. You go and tell your friends.
That I do.
Your friends now know.
You've
Well,
been learned.
Perhaps we can see if we can get in her good graces, and we'll see
We
how
don't
this
know
goes.
who that is.
She's the one who leads the trading company that we sort of have been drawing some little lines between the murders with.
Oh, I forgot.
That's alright, it happens to the best of us, kid.
Well, it's whoever their name is from the group of tradesmen.
Potentially.
So we need to question them.
Yeah, well, I think we take a subtle approach. I like Vilma's claim of just, maybe getting good graces first.
I'll buy things from her.
That could be a start. People
Yeah, it could be a
usually
start.
like when you buy things from them.
I
Yeah,
mean,
people
again,
like buying things from. If you buy things from them, they tend to like it.
Yeah, and it can't hurt to, at least literally see what she has for sale.
Well, where is this shack?
Follow
Oh.
me to the center of town.
Whatever it is.
You were near the center of town, and it doesn't take long before
Boom.
you recognize that looped around in a circle. Well, I guess it's not a circle if there's 3 dog sleds, but there's 3 dog sleds that are kind of coiled around in a circle. God damn it! I did it.
Triangle.
Triangle. The dogs are all like panting and fighting over bones. You see a dwarf harking their wares, and a few other people bearing her sigil, as well as a banner that's set up on each of
Hark, my wares.
the dog sleds. It's a golden wolf's paw on a black flag, seemingly the symbol of this Torga. But she seems relatively busy. There's people around her asking about her goods and whatnot. She seems to be carrying a lot of like general supplies, a lot of stuff that you might need specifically as adventurers, honestly. But not a ton of like necessities besides a whole bunch of food and furs on one of the carts. The rest is like crampons, placement pickaxes and shovels, like ammunition, stuff like that. And I think I can take you there. You can take me there.
Whoa. Oh, is a map.
Oh,
It be fancy.
The
a
map.
map. Oh, these people
Yeah.
are extras.
We're surrounded by clones.
Unlabeled bastards. Alright, yeah,
Oh,
you
the Redbeard twins.
you head in, and you can see Torga calling for her, for people to come and sample her wares. Come on! We got plenty more to sell before the day's done. We got 2 hours left of daylight.
You see, when she comes to town, everyone just kind of backs off and lets her do her own thing. A little sketchy.
It is
Yeah,
very
I mean, it could
sketchy.
It could be because of intimidation, but let's not bring that up in front of her.
Perhaps maybe there's some serpents with wings among them.
I'm not sure where you're getting at.
That doesn't
You'll
sound
pick
like
up
those
soon.
exist.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are not real.
Well, let's try another nature check to.
No, no, they definitely don't
They're
exist.
not real. I'm telling you, they don't exist.
There are a few things that are canon to the Free Voices of the Dale.
Seen snakes? I've
Flying
seen birds.
snakes do
They
not
snakes.
exist. Flying snakes do not exist, and there is no sea monster in Bremen.
Yes.
Although Grundle will probably say different.
Grundle's
I
seen
know
them
them.
before, but nobody believes him.
Yeah, everyone's like,
I
that's
know.
nice, kid. It's
I've
very
seen a
cute that you
flying
dreamed
snake
about
before.
them.
I'm sure that someone threw a rope in front of you and you thought that that was a flying snake. No, I've seen them. They exist.
Yeah,
I
my
ate
brother
one.
hunted them when we were kids.
Yeah, sure you did, kid. Sure
Yeah,
it
that's
wasn't
great, that's
somebody's small intestines that you were tossing about nowhere.
Dark.
Oh my god.
You there, you're adventurers. Come on, we got
Yes.
supplies if you need them.
Me. I am the one you were referring to.
Get him.
My
Grundle.
name's Grundle. What's yours?
I'm Torga. Icevein's my name, and this here's Icevein Imports. We come from all over 10 towns trading our wares. We got anything that you might need.
The Toga, wow.
Yeah,
That's
you've heard of
famous.
me.
Do you have armor that's better than my skin?
Hmm.
Normal things to say.
Can't say I got much armor, but if you need supplies, replenishables, we got plenty of those. Food for the road. You need furs for maybe bundling up, maybe that can protect you.
Ooh, a fancy fur jacket sounds cool.
That's true. Armor is great, as long as you put fur around the neck. Be a proper
Yes.
Dark Souls explorer.
Oh my god, that's right.
Supposed to put the fur
Oh,
away
yeah,
from your
that's-
body. 'cause
Damn,
it's
I want
pretty
to hate her,
outside.
but she's goddamn right.
Wait,
She's
this
so
is a her?
cool.
She is. It's hard to
Oh.
tell, dwarves,
Yes,
but you know.
very man. Oh, okay. Now it's a dwarf. Okay, got it.
I'll pitch it up
Dwarf.
a bit for you.
I kind of just want to wear the fur jacket with my chest exposed.
Well, you got a mighty fine chest there, lad. Grow that out, and I'm sure all the ladies will be after you.
Ew, yucky.
Girls.
All right.
Tussle Grundle's hair. He's a scamp.
He's a scamp.
He's a scamp, but we love him. You
What are
find,
those, just crowds.
yeah, there's just, yeah, sorry, I just have tokens for, like, generic crowds and, like, the groups of sled dogs,
Yeah.
and just people
They're all
harking
just
their
huddled
wares.
together in that.
Just the
20-foot
citizen
square.
flesh orb.
Right.
No, it's.
It's easier than putting 20 tokens out onto the field when I
Yeah,
could
I
just
get it.
say
Just-
this
I
area
was
is
just laughing
difficult
at it. It's
terrain.
funny.
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Blend
Yeah,
with
okay. Nephros is
Blend with the
gonna
crowd.
he's gonna go up and kind of browse the sleds of goods, but while he's doing that, he's actually really just trying to study Torga and the other people involved.
Sure.
Now it's not Torga specifically. We have a lead on. It was. What's the name?
Cephalic Caltro.
Yeah.
We're quite recently refreshed to that, so that's...
Sapphic Caltrops, got it.
Yep. Alright, so you're looking through the wares. I'll have you make a perception check. Also, I was gonna say that, Grundle, you were able to pick out some really nice cragcat fur. It's like an entire pelt.
Oh, is it white?
It is
Yeah,
white.
it is white, right? Oh my god.
Is it
Yes, how
literally
much
the
do
one
I have
you
to
gave
pay
to-
for this? How much do you want for it?
Oh, yeah, that was a nasty one that we had to fight on the way here. But it can be yours for a mere 14 gold pieces.
Can I give you 10? Because I'm adorable.
Make a persuasion check, child.
Wow, that's a weird thing to say in person.
Persuade me. Backhand.
Persuade me!
Nope, I'm going to the perception, like Nephros.
Hmm. What
That's
can I
actually
do to
not
persuade you?
Performance.
It's actually not terrible.
Okay. Yeah, Grundle. She says, you know, for a lad like you, I'll let you have it for 7 gold pieces.
Oh my god, yes. I
There you
am
go.
the best negotiator on Earth.
Thank you, son.
I think this is Earth.
Well, it is our Earth.
Or in the universe.
Oh, actually, technically,
Multi-
I think it's this. Orth.
Or
Yeah.
or
So if you say Earth, it's just, oh, you got a weird accent there, huh?
Plane goes Orth?
Crag Cat Cove. Fur Cove.
Oh, where are we? Oh, thanks.
Very strange accent.
And how do you pronounce that? Okay, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Nephros, you look around, but you don't see anything like unusual amongst the wares. Yeah, or anything that you might particularly need. Unless you need ammunition, she mentioned it.
No, I'm pretty flush.
Well, just if you need anything, definitely come back to me. She moves on to the other people. And you guys, do you two need anything? She points to the two Goliaths and Furbolgs in the room, the two
Biggins.
tall ones, the tallest.
Browsing.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna browse. There's so much here.
Oh, sure. I'm here if you need anything, and you can ask any of my helpers here, and they'll be able to find you anything that you need.
I'm particularly interested in any Goliath art pieces. I'm making a collection.
Art pieces. We check amongst my goodies.
Pulls out a crate called Useless Junk and opens it up.
She starts looking around all of her stuff. Yeah, give me a moment, please. Just feel free to browse. Does anybody want to do anything while she's preoccupied?
I want to kind of eavesdrop on the crew's conversations and see if I can spot out the mystery person.
Yeah, do I get a chance
Yeah,
to
fix-
retry the thing that I was trying to do?
You did get a natural 1.
When'd that happen?
Yeah, it's reasonable if I don't, I think, but I figured I'd ask.
I'll say that your 1 has lasted even through this distracted
An
moment.
enduring one.
Yeah,
You're kind of like she's hovering over you as you're trying to like look around, and it's just not making it any easier. Suvi, I'll have you make a perception check. Almost said persuasion again.
Enter the infinite.
I cast Enter the Infinite. Okay.
Perception.
I'll for like a 20-something.
Great. So perception. As you glance around, her crew just aren't really talking much to each other. They seem like burly fellows that have seen their share of adventure, probably mercenaries, if anything. But they don't really look to be true adventurers or anything like that. But one thing does strike you as odd. There's a one of the sleds like has the back end of it like completely wrapped up, and the lumps kind of look humanoid, if you had to put a word to it. Like, it looks like there's almost a foot laying on top. Like a leg and a foot. But it's hard to tell beneath the tarp.
What tarp?
I'll say it's on the one that Suvi's near.
Oh, just out in
Okay.
front.
All right, cool.
The
Front
local board.
center, the corpse.
Just right there. But it's, beneath a tarp. Just looks like a lumpy thing of supplies. But you could swear that it's like a body or something.
Surreptitious inspection? I don't know. Sneak up on it.
There's two people that are kind of watching over it. You could either distract them or just try and sleight of hand it. Or
So-
someone else might be able to distract them.
Peek that shit.
Sylvie, what's wrong?
Doesn't this look like a carcass under a tarp?
Wait,
Gesture to the wrapped up thing.
wait, let me. I tilt my head. Yeah. Oh
Close
yeah,
one eye
yeah,
and look at it.
I can see
yeah,
it.
yeah. I got an idea. Grundle, what's underneath that top over there?
What tarp?
No, is that top?
Invoke the Grundle.
What's underneath that top over there?
Get it.
What tarp?
Bitch.
I'm looking at myself in my cool new coat.
You look really nice, by the way. That was a
Yeah.
good choice. Really happy you're not in your bear skin anymore.
Yeah, pretty hard to get cragcat skin.
All right.
Did we kill a bunch of them?
Yeah, that fur was really hard to carve. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems it was expertly shaved from the body, carved from the
My
body.
body.
Shaved crag cat.
Well, now that should we just bring Grundle over there?
It's up to you guys.
No, I don't think Grundle can understand what you're trying to make him do. I would roll for it, but I
guess-
100% know that since I'm confused, he would be confused.
I guess Grundle seems distracted. Does anybody else want to try and distract them or do anything else? As Suvi ponders the target,
Yeah,
walking past it a
I'll-
few times.
Evil!
Suvi's doing like a Mr. Bean, like craning his neck, like, oh, nope, I'm not looking.
I'll go to walk by, maybe, and then I'll be like, oh,
Put her big lady wiles on them.
how am I gonna distract them? How am I gonna distract?
Just take off your coat.
How is me, a large
I'll
woman,
bend your wave
going to
into the
distract
sky.
anyone?
Can I speak to the manager?
So hard. Oh no, go Karen.
I invoke the lesser deity, Kareen.
Tom already had a Karen moment today.
I'll go talk to them about the dogs, because I'll just say I like their dogs.
Oh,
That'll
sure,
be my
yeah.
distraction.
Make a deception check.
Sure. I mean, I kind of do want to talk about their dogs.
I know, but you're trying to distract them, so I'm going to call
Yeah,
that
yeah.
deception.
Okay, did that work?
Yeah, they seem very interested in the dogs, and they want to, make sure that you're safe and all that. Like the dogs don't create a liability situation, but also they just want to talk about their dogs. Everybody loves dogs. Dogs are cuties.
What's this one's name?
This one's Belfast.
Hi, Belfast.
He's a big
Oh, you
dope,
got
isn't
fluffy
he?
Ears.
Sounds
Oh,
like
his floppy
London.
ears.
They engage you with conversation and seem effectively distracted. Suvi, make a sleight of hand check to try and surreptitiously and fairly quickly
Yeah, not
try
bad.
and undo the tarp. All right, you manage to pull a rope in a different direction, kind of loosen a knot, and sure enough, a hand slackenly falls out of the sled. It's still attached to a corpse. It's not like it's been cut up or anything. I'll have as you peek underneath, you can see that there's a male half-elf that's been looks like they've been dead for a while. They are quite frozen.
We don't have a physical description of this person we're looking for.
You don't. This person looks to be in maybe their 30s. Maybe short brown hair, tannish skin, maybe a bit of sun elf in them.
Quite frozen.
Yeah, quite frozen. The sun elf didn't seem to help against the cold. Anyway,
Well,
you drop
Still
that.
doing a medical examination. That's just a peek.
Yeah, it was mostly just a peek unless you want to cause more attention. Put it back where it came from, and things
Just
return to
gestured
normal.
Vilma like a hang noose or something, dead body.
Hey, yo, dead body, hell yeah.
It's a corpse. Congratulations.
I drag
Blink
my
off
finger
the-
across their neck.
That's suspicious.
Cool, great. That's just what I wanted to hear. Well, I mean, this was the easiest
Got the
thing
pretense.
to gather
What do you got in
evidence
there?
we've ever found. This is the most guilty we've ever found somebody. Great.
Well, clearly they're not worried about it because there's like 3 crowds around this dead body.
Yeah.
Torga calls out, "Hey, you, Goliath! I found something you might be interested in.
Oh, wonderful.
Now you see these gemstones." She pulls out like a few onyx gems. These were pulled from a guaranteed Goliath artifact. We weren't able to salvage the rest that sadly burned in a tragic accident. But the gems survived. I'm sure there's many tales to be told from it. I'd be willing
So
to
it's just
part with
gems?
them for 10 gold pieces each.
Is it just gems? What is
Yeah,
it?
it's just 2 gems.
Okay. Oh,
Just
I
some
don't know if
rocks.
it's necessary, but I'll try an insight. What were they inlaid in?
Oh, it was wood. That's why it didn't survive. A little bit scorched.
They do make things out of wood. Can I see? I'll inspect them at least. I want to.
You inspect them. You can't really tell if she's being genuine or not, because they do make things out of wood.
Yeah. What's the quality of the gems at least?
Sure. Make a intelligence check. If you have proficiency in jeweler's tools, I'll allow that to add proficiency.
Nope.
Oh,
Did someone say gems?
Nope. Hmm.
Oh,
Floating on the wind.
They
you hear
are
a-
shiny.
I
and
heard a
do like
voice.
shiny things.
No, he's not here. Don't worry.
Jeeves,
Is that my
what do you think
eternal
about these
enemy?
gems, Jeeves? They're awfully shiny.
I suppose I can make myself far more useful than that other old man.
Yeah, he's a gem master, so you should really.
Yes, I have my own sensibilities about the finer knowledge of. Let me just look at these.
Oh well, just.
Oh my god.
I saw a 4 on one of them, and I was like, oh. But apparently, the other was a
Mischievous.
18, so that's good. He looks at the gems and says, they do seem to be worth about what she's claiming. I can't claim to the veracity of her tale, as there's not much else for me to go on. I'm sorry I can't do more, but I can tell you they are worth about 10 gold pieces.
Okay.
Which might mean that you want to buy them for less, though.
Thank you, Jeeves, for your discretion.
Of course.
I'll go to Torga and like, they would definitely be worth 10 gold pieces if they were still in the original piece. I'll go for 8 though. They are very fine gems.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion. Ooh, I can roll low too.
Mm.
It didn't happen to me.
I'll contest that. Arg. See, she's got.
Yeah, contest me.
Contest.
Oh, she's probably really bad at this.
She actually doesn't have a bonus to it, so let's see.
Oh,
All right.
huh.
Fine. The whole thing was ruined anyway, so I'd be willing to go for 8 apiece. Here you go.
Cool. I get 10 GP of gems or 20 GP of gems for.
Yep.
16.
Net 4. Hell yeah.
We'll see. Maybe I can upsell them. Maybe I'll attach them to something, to the sculpture, and make them worth more.
Plug them into big hunk like shit. What are they called? What are they called in Final Fantasy? You plug in the gems into stuff.
Materia.
Materia.
What kind of gems are they? Did you say?
They're
Yeah,
onyx gems.
Onyx.
Get all the pieces, they'll come to life.
After
gonna-
I'm just like trying them in big hunk size, like maybe.
You're gonna level up from Hunka to Hunkaga.
Hunkaga.
Hunkage?
Wait, no, it's Hunka, and then Hunkaga.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you start off with Hunka.
God, that's great. Well,
That's good stuff.
does
Forget it.
anybody else need anything from Torga's? As she's, it looks like she's starting to wrap things up. She's starting to like decide to pack things away. She's having the people down here like start packing away things into this sled, get the dogs all tied up, whatnot.
Nephros is gonna try and like wave Vilma over to him and like step off to the side a little bit.
Here we go. Sure.
All right, Vilma. I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on these folks, and I'm gonna do something that's either brilliant or really stupid. And if
Great.
it goes bad, I just need you to have my back. Just roll with it, okay? All
Do
right,
you
and then
need? Do you need something? Do you need some help?
no. It's just keep an eye on see who reacts among the crew. What to
Okay.
what I'm about to do.
I don't know what you're gonna do. Don't tell
Alright.
me.
I know what
believe
he's
in
gonna
you.
fucking
I'm
do.
gonna bring you.
Nephros is gonna turn over and
You
sort
had
of
bardic
just
inspiration.
okay, and just broadly to sort of all of the workers there, he's gonna say pretty loudly and like put his hand up, be like, "Oh, Sefik, is that you, Sefik?" Does anyone react?
Yeah. This guy with no
Zephyr.
nameplate down here just kind of like looks
Yeah.
up at you.
Mystery Steve.
Mystery Steve.
Hmm.
He seems to match the description.
We had a description.
Grundle.
Yeah, he's
Grundle, no running.
got like dark hair pulled back in a ponytail, and he's kind of like dressed in a sort of like a water Davian sort of mariner's outfit. But oddly enough, in this cold weather, sleeveless shirt, which is a choice.
It's a flex.
Yeah, he's not even like wearing a coat, just like a vest and a tunic underneath. And he looks over at you guys. Torga steps out and says, "Who's asking for Sefik?"
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Sorry. I thought he was an old friend of mine. Clearly a different Sefik. I'm sorry. I must have been mistaken.
Different Zephyr.
Differenters.
Make a deception check.
Yes, your cousin. That's my help. It didn't help.
Hey,
Well, we're back, folks.
We're
there's
in it.
Nephros.
a 1 and a 2.
Guess we rolled out all the
no, I
DM
thought it was
power
my
he
other friend,
absorbed.
Sefric Baltho.
Listen, if you have something to say about my prized bodyguard, you can say it to me. She looks at Sefik and just kind of like grimaces. He goes back to work.
Listen, I'm very sorry, scary lady. This was just an honest mistake.
Something tells me that I don't believe you. What are you really doing here?
Oh, we're just passing through. We're just traveling. Here, talk to my friend. My friend over here, the short one. Talk to him.
You've been rifling through my stuff. I've seen your shifty eyes looking all over the place. What is it you want?
Oh, what, you think just because I got horns and my skin's red that I'm shifty?
Oh, and just 'cause you think that Sefik looks like your cousin or whatever you said. I don't know where I was going with that.
Yeah, that's how mistaking people works.
Honestly, yeah, he made a
So
mistake.
if you'll happily admit that you've mistaken me for a shifty thief, I think we can both apologize to each other and be on our way.
Just make a persuasion check.
It's honestly extremely weird that he had the same name and looked like him. What a coincidence.
What are the chances?
Freak accident, honestly.
Well, get out of here. We're packing up for the night anyway.
Happily. And
All
he'll
right.
turn away and walk away from Vilma and be like, all right, yep, that's kind of what I was trying to figure out the whole time. That's our guy.
Well, that
Torga's
worked better
packing
than
up
my
for the
plan.
day. Last call. She nods to the rest of her thugs and they start like wrapping up the other sleds. She herself starts wrapping up this one.
Shit, they turned into thugs.
Always have been.
I recognize that thug.
Oh, it's me, Maxie.
This is Maxie.
Oh, I'm
his
Maxie
brother.
too. Sorry, they're not Maxie.
All right, so I don't know how long they're still going to be here.
Looks like not for
Certainly not
long.
gonna ride out at night.
Well, did you guys find anything else?
Anything important?
Well, there's a body under that cart over there, but they might just be transporting it to a funeral. I don't know.
What? They might. That's you're giving them that excuse. They might be. It's in a top,
Literally in the middle of a
Suvi.
market. It's pretty obvious.
It's in a top in the middle of a market. If you want to do something, we should
It's for me.
maybe.
Yeah,
We should-
I didn't see it, so it's pretty well hidden.
Oh,
Tilt
look,
your head
the,
like this and look at that cart.
the hand's still poking out.
So you didn't put it back?
Oh, whoops.
Somebody like grabs the hand and shoves it in and kind of like looks around. Oh, that shouldn't be there.
Oh,
Awful
one.
sus. That's all I got for you.
Well-
So outnumber us 10 to 1.
And what do we want to do about it?
We obviously
Maybe,
don't need to confront them.
Yeah, maybe we should just try and figure out where they're headed after this.
That nice trollbane lady, she told us to take care of him.
Yeah, she mentioned something about not going to the police about it.
Also mentioned, but Torga is also very defensive over this bodyguard.
Well,
Yeah, she
you know,
seems to be.
Just
Why don't
ask
we-
them
maybe
real
we
quick
should
if they're
just-
going to be here tomorrow.
what? No, maybe we should just tail these people. Maybe some of the lesser thugs go to one of the pubs. We can show up there. Maybe try and ply them for information on where they're going next, and then catch them outside of the city.
Well, there's a plan.
We could tail him.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I agree. Indeed.
We can ask if they're staying or leaving.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
do
she's
another
not going
plan.
to tell me, so I can't ask.
I've been rather nice. I can try to talk to one of them.
Yes.
Ask
you
them if they're leaving tonight.
Excuse me, young man with the arm. Are you going to be here tomorrow? I wanted to purchase something, but I needed extra time to do it. I'm such an old fool. Yeah, we're staying here for 2 days before we head out. Thank you, my friend. What is your name? I don't
Bill,
need to tell you my name. Fantastic. Thank you.
I don't
Right.
remember it.
They said they're here for 2 days.
All right, well, I think that gives us time to maybe see if we can catch one of them, one of the lesser ones off guard. Get a
Well,
little
let's
bit
make
more
with the sneak
information
peek.
about where they're going.
So we should see if the body's still there because they might have gotten rid of it in the meantime, you know?
What, like literally right now?
Well, no. The next time we see them, we should
Oh,
see if
yeah,
the
yeah,
body's
yeah.
still there.
Yeah, that's reasonable, I think.
Oh, there's more than one of us, but only 2 people we want to follow, really. A corpse and a creepy man with no sleeves.
True.
Or did you want to follow Torga too?
Well, I'm assuming they're all going to be together because they're all part of the same company.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, if they're staying in town, we don't have to follow them.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll so are they
What should we do?
heading
Just
out?
loiter about and wait for them to scatter
Yeah,
to the
because
bars?
it's still in the town square technically, right? We
Yeah.
can be nearby.
I think
There's
we
5
could
or 6
probably
crowds here.
split off and do some more downtime and then just probe the bars in the evening, find out where they are.
Well, they're heading out now, aren't they?
Yeah.
No, they said they were going to stay in town
days.
for 2 days, right?
Yeah,
for
but
2
where are they
days,
going?
but they're packing up their stuff. Yeah, they aren't just going to leave it out here.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
but they got to
have the
park it
corner
somewhere, right?
briefcases.
Exactly.
true.
They're gonna move the body somewhere.
Yeah.
Alright, for now we could just follow the body then.
Okay.
Hang back, merge with the crowd.
The sleds finally have wrapped up. They've strapped up all the dogs. Then they start moving their way out. They make a normal pace through the town, not like rapid breakneck dog pace.
Get the fuck out of here!
Pew! I'm gonna have you guys make either
Charisma stealth checks.
either stealth or deception, whichever you would like to do.
Would like deception. I will talk to people and try to blend into the crowd.
Yeah, because
One with the
you.
shadow.
Oh,
except for the nuts.
yeah.
So we're
So
persuading
far,
them.
so good. Don't worry, guys. I got.
Oh my God, why?
They
Nice.
don't suspect me, at least. Yeah. Yep. You guys are all. Fuck.
It's great that the second best roll is an 11.
Jeeves got a natural 20.
Hey.
Okay, me and Jeeves have it on
Alright,
lock.
so that makes 3 successes and 4 failures.
Well, you guys
the
are
trail.
able to, the most part, seem to not be seen. At least Jeeves is unassuming enough. Vilma is able to blend in with people, ducking a bit when needed be. And Suvi can turn invisible at the last chance if he absolutely has to. But otherwise, he sifts in and out between people easily enough. I think you can also disguise yourself anyway.
Yeah, I could just straight up do that. Shrink myself 3 feet and look like a regular person.
Everybody else is traveling in, like, an exact group together and not being quite stealthy. And Nephros was leading the way and didn't really realize that everybody was kind of grouped behind him.
Rundle and Nephros just trip over each other, fall in the middle of the street.
Following the leader.
Where are we going?
Grundle's like asking.
So are we trying to follow the Torga people?
Nephros like really loudly like, no, we're not. We're trying to be stealthy.
I don't think any of us know what stealth
Why is it
is.
so hard to hide in cities? Where are all the bushes?
In spite of your best efforts, are spotted by Torga. She slows down one of the sleds, and one of the other sleds goes on ahead, and another one kind of like stops a little ways ahead of her. So they're like very spaced out, and one of them is like long gone. She stops and like halts in front of you guys and says, "You guys are following me. First you were asking about Sephic, and now you're following me? Maybe I did mistake you for a shifty-eyed tiefling, but maybe I wasn't that far off."
Well, that's a bold accusation.
Is that
It's
a racism?
bold to follow somebody like this. What is it you're after? And I'll ask you again, and I ain't leaving until I get an answer.
All right, fine. I'll tell you what I'm after. I'm a little bit upset about who you paid a little bit more attention to serving the tall giantess and the furbolg than you did me while I was looking through the wares in your bins.
You didn't ask for nothing.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have to. It's called good customer service.
Make a deception check with disadvantage.
You have bardic inspiration, by the way.
That's
You
true, I
have-
still
you have
haven't used it.
inspiration.
What if I'm like,
1d6.
Yeah.
It'll save you.
Never
Okay,
mind.
now's the time.
Yep, let's get that
Make you
D6.
better than 1 tick above average.
Oh, come on. Please be enough.
Okay,
2
a
ticks
14.
above average.
She doesn't have any bonuses. Okay. She thinks it's very suspicious that you're still following her. And even more so suspicious that you were with the same group of people still, that were all kind of collectively snooping around and asking questions. But you're able to deflect it enough that she says, "Listen, I don't have to answer to you or anybody. Get out of here."
Well, fine, I will, and you will not see any of my coin in the future. Nephros is gonna like go back to the rest and be like, "All right, listen, I think it's probably better off if I just don't join you guys in the tailing, because if she sees me one more time, it's off."
All right.
Fair enough.
Sorry, I was talking to somebody. What happened?
She skids off and like whipping the dogs. Well, not whipping the dogs, but cracking her whip as the dogs head out. The other thug-led
She's
sled.
naying the dogs.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm
they all head
gonna
off.
try and do some parallel information gathering about the Centaurium, while you guys tail the sleds.
Sure.
If you want, as long as you don't sneak like you did earlier.
Yeah, honestly, they're gotta leave a path into the road, so you could just follow that.
Yeah.
All right. If you guys are gonna
Wander
let them go off, then that's gonna be a survival check instead.
Have to break off the chase till we can't see them anymore and then try to.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah,
rather
follow.
have Suvi track them down than
Gabillion.
us
That's fine.
confront them anymore.
Yeah, honestly, it
Alright.
might be a bit safer to do that anyway. Nephros, if you want to
Mm.
stay with them when you do that, you can, or you can still try and do your parallel gathering.
I think it's still reasonable to try and do more with our time. So
Yeah,
Ah.
no, I'll go Nephros, and then Suvi and Grundle can track things down.
we can meet back
Or
at
we can
the place in the north that's located in the north with the north in the name.
Yeah, the north.
The north,
King of the North.
north.
I'm assuming Suvi knows where north is, and then we'll meet there.
I mean, he's
Well,
only
by the
just roll a
time we
credit
got-
on his
He's
survival.
pretty good at survival, so I hope he can find north.
Pretty 26 at it.
You you want me to 26 about it?
Yeah, maybe I do.
Maybe I do want you to 26 about it. All right, well, 86 that 22, because we're going to 26 about it. I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
You
Yeah.
just kept going. Everybody left it, and you just picked it back up.
Yeah, well, I'm doing things in the background. All right. You very easily are able to pick out Torga's sled tracks. There are other sled tracks, like...
There's a chip in one of them that leaves an obvious mark as I get real low to the...
Yeah, and honestly, the sleds are following each other, so like a line of 3 sleds in a row following each other is easier for you to track. So I'm just going to take us back to the Bryn Shander map. As you're now no longer in like the center of town necessarily. You're taken to a kennel, and I'm going to say that they're going to the east gate. Just grab this bad boy. So they head to one of the stables at the east gate and drop off their sleds and the dogs. They pay somebody to watch them. I'll have you make a stealth check as you approach the rest of you guys. Nephros will be present for this. You guys in eyesight of it.
I'm with Nephros.
Oh, you're with Nephros? Sorry.
Yeah.
In that case, it's just the survivalist gang and Venric and Jeeves.
Doctor.
Doctor?
Would we make it survival checks?
Sneak check.
Stealth.
Oh, okay, so.
Yeah. Torga's still somewhat
Still
nearby.
bad, still mediocre.
So this is a easier stealth check at least.
Doesn't matter for me.
Don't worry, Fenric negated his
His
thing.
disadvantage, yeah. Right. So Jeeves got 14, Suvi 17. Yeah. So even though Grundle was being less stealthy, Grundle was like caught out, but he just rejoined a crowd and started like acting like a child, and well, he was endearing enough that he didn't make that much of a scene. I'll say that Venric had the highest check here. Suvi wasn't far behind. Venric and Suvi, both of you guys, get to overhear that Torga is paying the stable hands extra to get some guards around it. She said to keep an eye out for a tiefling that might be trailing her. But that's all that you hear. You're able to hide
racist.
enough from her. She's racist. Racism confirmed. She leaves without much effort. I'll have you make another perception check as they leave.
Perception.
God
Alright,
damn.
waste all them 20s.
Just throwing 20s out here. You overhear her as she's leaving with your keen furbolg senses, and she says, "Alright, where are we heading? Hooked Knucklehead?" Everybody kind of like nods in agreement. Yeah. Sefik, you coming? And he kind of shakes his head and says, "No, I'll find somewhere else for the night." "Alright, well, we'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. Don't be late." Sefik nods and heads off. Alright, now there's the stables, and Torga and Sefik and her crew have all gone off, apparently to the Hooked Knucklehead.
Well, Suffolk's off to something sus. Talking to myself here.
Yeah, that's right. I'm here too.
What? I found a dog on the street corner. I'm petting it. Am I being stealthy?
Yeah, close enough.
Are we gonna go to the
I guess
knucklehead?
we should tail Sefik, I don't know.
Yeah, I
Or
don't
tail.
know. What should we do?
Where's Nephros and the other one? Bilba.
They're off, probably getting into more trouble again.
If someone can get my armor, I could try and sneak off after somebody in my fox form.
I lift
Like that
up
was a risky
Fenric.
move last time, and it's still a risky move now.
Maybe that's true. I don't want to get caught out again without my armor.
Well, I'll do. Who do we want to? Do you want to go into the bar, or do you want me to track the Cephalic? He doesn't know me, I don't think.
Yeah, you were just running around the whole time. I don't think they even noticed you.
All right, I'm gonna go after him. You guys
Not
go
just
to the
Grundle.
bar.
We'll get
I'll meet
distracted.
you there.
Okay, so Grundle's going after Cephalic. Suvi and Benric are going to the bar. Is nobody investigating the sleds, which have supposedly extra guards around them?
Not like we close enough to like see if there's actually guards or if they're just.
Well, it
the
seems
coin
like
around.
they're going to get some extra guards, but there's still people there watching the dogs. It's a kennel, and it's like a building that's contained enough so that the dogs don't
Odds of
freeze to
sneaking
death.
past dozens of barky dogs is pretty unlikely.
That's true.
I think I'm gonna leave it be and just
Make a mental note of it.
try to meet back with Nephros and Vilma. I don't know.
Sure, I guess the sled's not going anywhere. That's the one way to think about it. Alright, so, separate you guys again. Grundle's, wait, who's going after Cephalic?
Me.
You? Okay.
Then Venric if you want, but
Yeah, it's up to you guys how you guys want to split up.
Yeah, Fluffy Venric and Grundle.
the
So,
voice of reason for poor Grundle.
Venric
Yeah,
without
honestly,
armor?
he needs an adult. He needs
Oh,
an
sorry.
adult, please.
He needs an
I'm
adult.
sure
Let's
Venric's
send a
gonna run
puppy.
after him anyway.
I sent him in puppy form.
Grundle, wait!
Almost had my solo mission.
I think Venric might stay in their armor for this, at least for now.
Yeah, it's basically a
Okay.
solo mission because Venric is an animal right now.
But yeah, Venric's gonna not go into fox form for now.
Alright.
They're just gonna follow Grundle. They can keep up with you, thankfully.
He's there to call a retreat when Grundle screws up.
Alright, Jeeves will go with Suvi towards the inn.
Whoop.
I get, well, I suppose you can meet up with your friends. Did you guys get a
Oh,
meeting
okay.
point?
I thought this was the inn. Someone said North Hook.
Oh, that's right. You
so-
wanted to meet up at the North Look, which is up there.
Yes.
So, if you want, you can head there first, or you can head to the place where they said they were going.
They just said they were gonna go investigate. I have no idea what that destination would be. Track them.
They said they were heading to the Hook to Knucklehead. That's why I moved you.
Oh, them. Yeah.
But if you want to meet up with your friends, you would go to the North Look, is what I'm trying to impress upon you.
Yeah, I think we want to look back with the friends because there's no point in barging in there and looking suspicious for nothing because
Okay, in that case,
his
then
name isn't here.
you can go to the North Look for now. So from the immediateness, let's have Nephros and Vilma do your investigations. Where are you guys going?
I think where makes the most sense? I guess probably the little people. So maybe to like Kelvin's Comfort and try to identify people who are maybe a little bit plied with alcohol to ask about Zentarum activities, maybe?
Yeah, sneaking is hard. Let's go to the bar instead.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Drink sneaking. Constitution sneak.
Yeah, we can at least get some information about the
Constitution-based
town.
stealth check. All right. You head to Kelvin's Comfort. The place seems to just show a mountain resting atop a pillow for the sign. Seems to be referring to the mountain. In fact, you head inside and you see tons of like climbing gear like stapled to the walls and whatnot. There's what appears to be a poorly made stuffed yeti at the far end of the bar. Inside is a red-haired dwarf, and he hails you guys as you come in. There's plenty of people here as night's starting to fall in Bryn Shander. Come on in! Welcome to Kelvin's Comfort. Can I interest you in some Flamebeard brandy?
That's great.
We also have some mead, straight in from Mirabar, far to the south. Some real nice stuff, if you ask me. Real nice stuff, if you ask me. Shut up, Orville. Come on, come in. Don't be shy.
Redenbacher.
I want a
Orville and his
history on that one.
Redenbachers.
I want to know about this. Do I know this mead?
I mean, you've heard of Mirabar. You didn't realize that they were famous for their mead or anything, but
Mead is an old friend.
Mirabar is a place. It's of course like everything. It's far to the south. And it's known as a mining city. It's just south of the spine of the world, so fairly close as far as things are concerned. Probably
Yeah,
gets
when I
about the
heard
same.
south, I thought actually south, not.
Oh yeah,
not
no,
next to
it's not on the Icewind Dale map, but it's pretty close, like right on the other side of the spine of the world. Yeah, that's all you've heard of it.
Yeah, definitely trying it though.
Yeah.
Of course! Pull up a chair. Have some fire brandy and mead. What'll it be? We got 2 poisons here.
Only 2?
Well, those are the more famous ones, but if you want other things, we can certainly try to accommodate you. But the mead and brandies are most popular portions. You can't be that choosy in 10 towns, unfortunately.
Don't we know it? Oh boy.
Yeah, you know what? I'll start with the mead. Wrap up a little bit slower.
All right. Simple 3 copper pieces will do. If you want some bread, I can make it an even 5 copper.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Thank you.
Righto. And for the miss?
Same. Yeah. Give me a
Fantastic. Some Mirabar mead for the lot of you. And 2 loaves of bread. He winks and heads off. The drunk dwarf next to you kind of like leans over. Hey, you got pointy horns there, lad.
Yes, that I do. How kind of you to notice.
The name's
What of it?
Warville Forkbeard. And if you want to know how I got that name, well, I can tell you if you'll get me some fire brandy.
You know what? Excuse me, barkeep. Can I catch him before he goes behind to fill our drinks?
Oh, yes!
Add to my order of fire brandy for the lovely dwarf with the forked beard here.
Warville? Alright, it's a silver piece for fire brandy.
He's earned it.
I'm sure he has. Fire brandy coming up. He heads into the back room. You're a real sport, you are. What's your name?
Well, my name is Nephros Silvertongue.
Ooh, I bet you can do wonders with that tongue.
Gross.
You're right. But
Maybe you can turn this fork beard into some other kind of beard.
well, let's not skip foreplay here.
That's right. I'll wait until you're full of mead.
Now, how are things in town here, Forkbeard? You seemed a little, what's making you have to get so, sloshed?
I like brandy. Keeps the blood warm in the chill of winter, you know. Everybody else, they try to wrap themselves in temporary things like coats. Coats will rot away, but brandy keeps you warm for at least a good hour.
Nephros turns to Bubba. You hear this? This man's a philosopher.
I am a slumberer.
Great. You have fun with your new boyfriend.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go find someone else to talk to.
I'm gonna go ask the barkeep about where that fire brandy's coming, but I'll be right back.
Goody. Yes.
All right, Nephros is gonna stand up from the bar and go, sort of confer with Vilma a little bit. Be like, all right, let's start moving elsewhere. who do we think around here might have the information we want?
You start
I
looking
mean,
around the bar.
you had a pretty good in. That person will probably tell you anything with that tongue of yours.
Oh, he doesn't know shit.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten everything I can out of him. Not yet, you haven't.
I've done my good deed for the day.
Yeah, you talk to a person one time. A really gross.
I bought him some whiskey.
That's certainly true. It's brandy. Is brandy whiskey?
No, it's not.
Okay, I don't know.
forgot it was
I
brandy.
think it was wine, right? It's like a kind of fortified wine or something.
Yeah, that's what brandy is. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I got it right. I don't get it right often when it comes to alcohol.
Ah, you're an alcohol master now.
Level 2. You do see some people around the bar. Not around the bar, but like around Calvin's Comfort. There's a bunch of tables and plenty of patrons here. Make a perception check to see if you can find anybody that might be worth your time.
Tech adventurer.
I think fork beer is worth my time.
Textbook Nephros roll. 666.
I think that's like my third.
That is your
nat
third
one.
natural one of the night. Suvi's gotten 3 crits, I think, tonight.
Yeah, it's all
At least
rounded
two.
out.
Yeah, it's all coming together.
If you could just fail in a very acceptable way, that'd be great.
Nephros, as you're trying to look around, Warville is like coming up to you and trying to tell you some of his own tales of. There was once a sailfish, this big. I saw it. It was some kind of monster in the river. It must have been.
Any other tieflings?
Oh yeah, over near Bremen, huh? Yeah, that's great.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. Come
Yeah.
closer to the ground like me. He's
Yeah,
like,
Vilma, please find someone and then come grab me.
Help.
Help me.
I will rapidly look for anyone of interest at all.
sure, make a perception check.
Use my special eye powers. Reveal
Okay,
yourself to me, people of interest.
Eyes of
Anybody.
revealing-
God, this fucking dwarf won't
No.
leave us alone.
POI.
Guess
Guess you just have to rock the place.
you are just about as similarly distracted by the dwarf.
It's just so disgusting. You can't look away.
It seems like he might need a bit more persuasion if you're to get rid of this guy.
Hmm.
Do you want me to persuade him? Because it's not going to be nice for him if I do.
I mean, listen, I can't get a word in edgewise in this conversation, so do what you need to.
I once slurped up an entire eel pouch, straight into my mouth. No sauce or nothing. And you see,
What was your name? Sorry, excuse me. I'll just
Huh?
put my body in between them. Excuse me, what was your name again?
Warville Forkbeard.
I would stop away if I were you. Warville, you smell terrible. Please stop talking to us.
Oh, what? But you brought me brandy.
Finish it. And then go over there.
Finish it.
The bartender returns, and he's got your brandy, and, well, I guess his brandy as well. Well,
Down it. And go find a corner.
I told you not to give him anything, but here you go. That's your fault, isn't it? Yeah, he'll be done with this soon. And he puts down the fire brandy and gives you guys your mugs of mead and loaves of fluffy sourdough bread. Nice looking.
I'll just like a parent, just like cuddle Nephros, and we'll go walk over to another spot away
Yeah.
from this person.
Don't talk to me or
I'm
my
like,
son ever again.
Stop trying to be nice to people and just this is what happens.
Make an intimidation check, Vilma.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll just make him feel better.
Yeah, make an intimidation check, Vilma,
And oh, sure, why
to
not?
get rid of him. Right,
Natural one.
right, right.
Because
Oh,
this person
yeah.
has to
He's
insert himself
infected us
into
with
our
dwarf
life.
and we
right
can't
now.
get rid of him.
See,
It's
it's your fault
literally
for
happening.
touching Nephros.
That's right. You caught the ugly.
All right. Well, I got a natural 1 because I decided
Oh,
to
really?
roll against it to see if it would work.
You want to? Do we just
It
roll
meets
these
it.
just now? Do we re-roll? What do we do?
Well, no,
What
yours
happened?
is higher than his. It's not
Mine,
like
I hope mine is higher than his.
yeah.
Well, it's a good thing you can't automatically fail skill checks.
Exactly. Like Nephros gets 1s all the time, but they're really 6s. If it was an easy thing, then sure. But getting rid of a homeless man that you just bought something, no. That is.
I like I froth a little bit because of how I don't like what's happening here. So a little gets on him, and I have to. Oh God, look what you made me do.
It takes a lot of effort, but eventually the guy stands down after you like shove the brandy in his face, and he starts like chugging it. His eyes glaze over a bit, and he starts, nursing himself with his brandy bottle in the at the far end of the bar. With him out of the way, you're able to finally start looking around.
First skill challenge overcome.
God.
Skill challenge.
You were supposed to fail graciously, and you've only made things worse.
At least I'm failing not where there's a dangerous person watching for us on their tail.
Yeah, that's true. Go back to them
It's a different kind of danger.
go back to them in a moment, but now I'll say you're looking around the room again, this time with fresh eyes and ears, and someone does catch your eye. They are talking rather loudly, and just barely like coming over the rest of the crowd before someone like shushes them. They go, and of course we have many different trade routes that we can. Oh, I'm sorry, I was being a little too loud. It's Thrazir, and
Best friend.
he's at a table with 2 other fellows, a halfling with short curly brown hair on a higher stool, and a ebony-skinned drow wearing a wide-brimmed hat and an eye patch. They seem to be talking rather intently with Thrazir.
Just
Drizzt?
Well, I mean, it's the best lead we've got.
yeah, okay.
Shit, he's gonna find out we're here eventually.
Is there anyone else in the tavern? Yeah, there's a goblin named Sam Smorkle. I talked to Sam Smorkle instead.
Sam Smorkle is my new best friend.
All right, yeah. Well, we will go over to Big Thraz.
Right. You head over to Big Thraz. As you walk over, you see very quickly 2 other drow from seemingly nowhere just kind of like step out in front of you. They both look at you and say, what are you doing here?
Nephros is gonna like lean around them and sort of say quite loudly, Thrazir, what weighs this to greet old friends?
Oh, my friends! Please, allow my friends to come sit with us. I'm sure that they can help us greatly. Vilma here, I believe, mentioned something about trade with the Goliaths. Perhaps they can help us, Jarlaxle. And the 2 guards lower their weapons that they were kind of like reaching for as they allow you to approach the table.
Thank you very much. No hard feelings. Big fan of spiders. Anyway.
No, you don't talk about that.
That's unusual that you know my name. At least what they call me, the halfling says.
Spiders, man.
Well, the name's Spider. That's what I'm known by
What do
here
you
in
please?
Icewind Dale. This is my associate Jarlaxle and my new friend Thrazir. Yes, we have met before. But allow me to introduce you to Nephros, Vilma, and where are your friends?
You know, we've got fingers in a lot of pies whenever we come
Yeah.
to town.
Yeah, we got a lot of irons in the fire, collecting information, adventuring things in town.
Oh, I see. Adventuring things in town. If you don't mind me asking, we're discussing potential trade agreements. Perhaps you might be interested in something like this.
Oh, Vilma's a huge nerd. She loves that stuff.
Then
yes,
sit down
comes.
and join us. Join us! Vizier, I'm not sure that this is exactly what we were looking for. Don't mind him. Jarlax is a little baby when it comes to negotiating, but we can be better. These are adventures just much like yourself, yay, Spider? Fine, let's give them a listen. See what they have to say. You guys sit down at the table. Start talking shop. Meanwhile, Grundle and Venric.
Oh boy.
I'm still here.
You guys start trailing after Cephik Caltro after a quick debate on what to do. Make a... Now you can trail him in it from a distance, like in the same survival method as before, but it's going to be a lot harder because he's not like on a sled. He's just one guy trailing through the houses. Otherwise, you'd have to try and make a stealth check. And this time it's with Venric McDisadvantage.
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, whatever the safest way possible is from a distance.
Okay, survival might be safer, but it's riskier. You might lose track of him. Also,
No, we'll just go
tavern music.
regular stealth then.
Okay, go regular stealth.
Make sure we don't lose track of them, yeah.
I'm gonna have you and Venric, my main dudes, make stealth checks to open Venric's log. Let's do heavy armor. Great. Let's see if Grundle can salvage this.
Yep, I did. He doesn't see us.
Stealth King.
Kento. Okay. You start following Cephik fairly close by, trying to hide even as the people are starting to go home for the night, as the streets are getting a little more barren. The amount of footprints is getting staggering, so you try to keep just a little bit closer. Let's see if he spots you. Yeah, he does. His passive is above 12.
Gee, who'd have thunk?
Glances back over his shoulder and quickly darts down an alley. It seems that he's trying to quickly run from you.
Oh boy.
What do we do? I think he saw us.
Yeah, this isn't really our forte. Okay,
Can I go in like a perpendicular alley and see if I can't?
You're gonna try and head him off?
Yeah.
Sure. Make a...
That might be survival, I would assume. But
well,
I don't know.
it's an interesting check.
Or
If you'd like to try and do a shortcut, I could say make an acrobatics check.
Sure, why not?
Otherwise, maybe an athletics check just to speedily head him off. Okay. So
Do it back.
as you try and rush around the side of the building, where he should be coming out from this alleyway, there's no sign of him. He's just gone. Make a perception check.
whoa. He's a magician.
Benric appears at the back end of the alley. He didn't seem to go back the way he came.
Jesus.
Look around.
Okay.
Benric will look around too. Not that cruel. Oh, I can't find his character sheet because I'm on the wrong layer. Wrong layer.
Ogres have layer.
Change the layer, Crunk.
Wrong layer.
Oh, this man is gone.
How did we get here?
This
Final count
man-
makes no sense.
This
He
man
gone.
is invisible. Yeah, you glance around, but he's nowhere to be found. You guys meet in the center of the alley.
I saw him go down this way. Did he go past you?
No, he just vanished into thin air. He must be a wizard. We'll
There's not
have
even
to
any
let them know.
doors in here.
I know, it's...
You're a survivalist. Maybe you can see if you can track him.
I could try.
Do I
Come
make
on.
the survival check?
I have the utmost confidence in you.
You can roll good. I believe in you, Grundle.
That's all I can
Hey.
offer.
Hey,
It looks like the alley doesn't have too much traffic. There's just your footprints, Grundle's footprints, and Sephic's. And they just stop in the middle. There's a little bit of tuft of snow there, like as if they just vanished somehow, leaving no trace of footprints.
It's just as I suspected.
A wizard
Wizardry.
werewolf.
did they go
He's a
up?
magic man. Has to be.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't see any signs of of where they might have gone. You look up and it's not like there's any fire escape to grab onto or anything. Just two buildings next to each other.
This is
And it's far too high for you to just jump.
very unfortunate.
Well, what is this building up in front of me? Do I see that?
Oh, well, I mean, you probably weren't exactly there on the map. I was just kind of doing theater of the mind. But I guess if you were leaving from here, then maybe they did probably... They probably might have headed that way, I'll say.
Yeah, I'm not trying to guess if he went in that building. I'm just trying to be like, oh, hey, look, another interesting building. I have
Actually, that
I got
is...
sidetracked. Oh, look, very pretty building.
That is a deliberately so, house-looking building. It looks positively average. It's just a large
Okay, never
house.
mind. All right. Because I was just gonna go there and check it out if
House of the Monday Lord.
because
Yeah.
if I were to be right now, oh, I lost him. Oh well, time to leave.
You could just ask around and see if there's any notable locations nearby, but people just tell you that the House of the Morning Lord is the only big building near here, and it is a fairly large house. But that's all that you know. The House of the Morning Lord is a temple.
The House of Dayman.
Well,
Fighter
I
of the
guess
Night
I'll
Man.
rendezvous back with Norfolk, right? Is where everybody was gonna
Yep.
meet up. Yeah, I'd head
Norfolk.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in Norfolk. You quickly meet up with Subi and Jeeves, the Northlook. Your friends have not shown up yet.
Vilma and Nephros are surely dead.
Sephic's a wizard. He disappeared.
You lost him?
I didn't lose him. He disappeared.
Trusted you.
Go find him.
What do you mean you lost Sephic?
Well,
I
if you
don't know what
spoke to him,
happened.
Then that means
It's-
he'll at least not do anything evil tonight, right?
I tracked his footsteps. They just stopped. And there was nothing he could grab onto to climb.
Yep, sounds like wizard shit.
It boggles my mind. I'm so confused.
It's okay, Grundle, you did your best.
It's
Then
okay,
look at the
Grundle.
test.
He
I-
might be a bird, too.
There's a lot of things that he could be, but the point is, he's got abilities that we didn't know about before. I think that's what's important. Perhaps we need the whole party.
Yeah. This man is more than we bargained for.
Anyway,
Perhaps if he's magical, he's got the Targa under a spell of some kind.
good.
And that's a valid thing to think about, yeah.
Should have checked for magic while we were there.
Ah, shoot.
I was distracted by the dead body.
Well, I guess the sleds are still there if we want to go investigate those. But we should still wait for the party to show up. I wonder where they are.
Yeah, maybe they found something interesting.
Well, I
Well, I said
suppose we'll
we'd
never
meet
know.
up here, but we could probably wander south from here and put to them.
We can try. That's up to you guys.
How
I
long's
don't
it
know where
been?
they went.
Yeah, how long's it been since this party split, at least?
Yeah, I was trying to find a reason to go back to them, but it's probably not that long of time.
Yeah.
It's taken you guys longer to get back to Northlook than it took them for their conversation, probably, unless they were drinking for a while. Anywho, back at Kelvin's Comfort, you guys are at a nice big table with Spider, Jarlaxle, and Brazier. Yeah, they are talking to you about their plans. Oh my god. What a terrible song. Next one.
Oh my
Bum
god.
bum bum bump. Hey Bard, next. Oh, sorry.
Play us a jig.
Bard just someone screams skip and he just stops mid sentence and starts a new song.
Skip. All right.
Thumbs down.
Bar's name is Siri.
So Vilma and Nephros, I'm gonna have you guys make history checks.
Okay, cool. I was actually just about to ask this.
Do we know who Jarlaxle Baneray is? So Nephros, you don't really know too much about these people. You've heard of an infamous drow named Jarlaxle, but he's more famous down in the south normally. Well, at least from your knowledge, that's the only place that you've heard the name. Vilma, you've heard a lot more stories about Jarlaxle. He is...
Finally, your draw fetish has a purpose.
I was gonna say, notably, he's not Drizzt.
Notably, he's not Drizzt, but he has dealt with Drizzt in the past. He actually is from Menzoberranzan, just like Drizzt. And moreover, you've also heard of Spider. And Spider does also know Drizzt, because Spider isn't his real name. Spider's real name is Regis.
Philbin?
Not Phil.
Okay.
But it's a little known fact that Regis took on the name Spider after he was resurrected. He's one of the original companions of the Hall. Anyway,
I am freaking. I'm fangirling on these guys. Anybody
She's just like,
associated with Drizzt is like my best friend.
she's just like frozen up, just.
No, that I'm not frozen up. I'm actually excited. When I see Drizzt, I might just have to roll to see if I get a heart attack on the spot. But I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to him. We keep finding people who know him, so this is going good.
The spot on big hunk, you're gonna put the autograph, right?
You, of course, need no introductions, Jarlaxle, and I'll like do a nod like Spider, like kind of hinting that I might know, but renowned adventurers, amazing. We are new to the we're new to the north up here. And in the Dale, we're going by the name The Free Voices of the Dale. This is one of my companions, Nephros, here.
Pleasure to make your
Yes.
acquaintance. Yeah, likewise. I told you, they even have a name now. And, Vilma, you were talking about making trade routes. I did not hear much else about your exploits, but were you successful in Tourmaline?
Tourmaline, I would say, is a success. We've also talked to somebody you might know, Bruno Battlehammer. We've met him as well.
Spider instantly, like, his ears perk up and his eyebrows, like, raise. Talk to Bruno.
Yeah.
I know the dwarf. How is
He
he
cheats at
these
Three
days?
Dragon Ante.
Well, this winter has a lot of people. I don't know if you've noticed, they're a little down, but he's doing better since we first met him. We helped out a lot.
Yeah, he's doing the
No.
best with what he's got. The dwarves are a bit on hard times, but we managed to secure a lot of supplies for them and stop some nearby raiding orcs.
And I
Oh.
gambled and got $50 off of him. So good time.
That's actually true. We should tell the story about how you out-bluffed him in 3 Dragon Ante.
Yeah.
That was incredible.
After losing 3 times, we doubled or nothing, and he got dunked.
Well, want 3 Dragon Ante. He's not exactly the best at it. I taught him most of what he knows.
Really?
That's
He
true.
was really good too.
Yeah, he's an old friend of mine from back in the day.
From the Companions of the Hall, right?
Yes. I suppose word gets around. Yeah, I was good friends with Brunor, because we adventured together.
Right, with Drist.
And with Drist. And with Drist.
Oh,
Jarlaxle says
no,
wistfully.
I don't like how everyone's very sad when they talk about him.
Yeah, Vilma, is this like an old boyfriend or?
What? You know Drist. You know Drist, right?
Actually, probably. I can't remember ever actually having to roll to know who he was, so probably, yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna say you probably don't need to roll to know who Drizzt Orden is. He's famous enough.
There's so many books about him.
Yeah, he's been around for 100 years. He's bound to make some waves.
Yeah, alright, fair
You know,
enough.
some waves, somewhere.
But we can talk about that after a few drinks. You were talking about business. I want to. There's just nothing going on. Like everybody's locked in their towns, and there's just like Torga is the only trade, and there's something going on with her clearly. So I want to bring positive change around here. Also make contact with the Goliath tribes around here. What was your plans?
Jarlaxle gestures to Spider. I was trying to set up some shop. I'm particular to artwork. I'm a scrimshander myself. But I've also...
I pull out Big Hunk.
Well, Big Hunk's not
Got all
scrimshandery,
of
but...
this.
it's
He
wood
has
carving.
Scrimshandery on him because I put it on him.
Oh,
that
you
we
put
collected.
the smaller
Yes.
one on him. I see.
And I jingle him a bit.
Collage.
That's a fine piece of work that you've got there. Are those onyx eyes?
Yes! Aren't they beautiful? I just picked them up.
Oh. Well, this is exactly the kind of thing that I'm looking to trade in. I do a bit of alchemy, but if you're into trading artwork, that's fine too. I was trying to get some trade going with the places south of the Dale. And
Yes.
Jarlaxle was willing to help me as well. He's got a ship, you see. It's true. I have a ship. I often come down to places like Neverwinter and Waterdeep, so I can bring some of the goods from Icewind Dale to the pleasant people of the Sword Coast. And I'm
course.
here because I like gemstones, and I like to put my nose into everything.
You do. Oh, you do, Thrazir. You certainly do that thing.
Yeah,
that
I
you
mean-
said.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of which, Nephros kind of like slaps Vilma on the shoulder. We don't have to bullshit these guys, right? We can just kind of tell them what we're up to, right?
These are some of the coolest people. Okay, so don't fuck this up for me.
These
Okay?
are
All
some of
right,
the
fantastic.
coolest people, and Thrazir.
I would trust them with my life. Okay.
Listen, you lot seem to be fairly like in the know.
Besides,
Oh,
but
one
not
of the
Thrazir.
main-
These two.
Oh, sure. I mean, well, but regardless of in the know, if Thursday gets his nose
that
into
was
things.
that was without saying. That was without saying.
Yeah. Listen, one of the main reasons we're making our way around here is we figured out that there's actually a lot of Zentarum involvement among these towns. There have been a series of murders, and we're starting to draw some connections between maybe this Zentarum involvement, Torga's trade company, and the murders. And we're looking to snip up as much information as we can on this before we make any moves.
I'm not sure exactly all of what you're talking about, but I had a run-in with the Zentarum back in Waterdeep. Not but a few months back. There was a whole dragon heist sort of thing. It was a big ordeal. But
Heard of-
if the Zentarum are here in Icewind Dale, that's pretty far for them. But
Yes.
the Black Network has its fingers in many places. Dark places.
We suspect they took control of Targos already. Took all the way.
Yeah, we suspect that their speaker may be either leveraged by them or involved with them, and certainly most of the guard is under Zentarum control.
I haven't spent much time outside of Bryn Shander. I do most of my business here, and head back to the coast when need be. But
Yes, this place is like 5 times bigger than anywhere else. I don't blame you.
full for my needs, and my comforts as well. Spider, you hung around here for a while. Do you know anything about this? I didn't hear anything about Targos. I spend most of my time in Lonelywood. I just came here to meet with you guys. Well, originally you, just Jarlaxle. But I weaseled my way in. You certainly did.
Yeah, he does that.
I'm glad we all have the same feelings about this here.
I smell profit.
I smell profits. Capitalism. Oh!
He's just useful enough to keep around.
And that is what I strive for, to be just useful enough to keep around, and just helpful enough to line my pockets. But you all know that. Starting to. So, Spider, perhaps you should keep your ears to the ground. I can ask around Bryn Shander, but there hasn't been any signs of them. Not here in Bryn Shander. I would have smelled them coming.
What if we? Oh, here's a fun. We just learned this one today, and we get like a little whisper. It's like Porga, and her troop. They had like a dead body, just in their wares. Like it was like wrapped up in a top. They just had one.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I'm sure it was like really gross.
Like it was really like what the fuck.
Well, did you do anything about it?
Well, some of our party's tracking down their goods went. So
Yeah, we've got our best agents on it.
We've got our finest.
I'm sure they've taken them in by
Basically.
now.
We got our best agent.
Ah,
You'll
shit, we
never
lost
find
him.
Grundle. He knows 10 languages. He'll disappear.
And Spider, I don't know if you've been here.
Any
for-
luck, he's got the body already.
The Ark is miles away by now. Oh no, it was the diary.
Yeah.
Marcus is
Spider-
smart. Okay,
Spider, you've been here for a while, right?
Yeah, I grew up here.
Oh, then, well, this is more recent, but you've heard about the 10 Towns murderer.
Word's been getting around, yeah.
Well, we've got information that one of Torga's, I guess, bodyguards, right, Nephros, might be that person, and we're tracking them down as of this moment. Our best
Yeah.
agents.
Yes. No, yeah, our best agents are on the
You're
tail
gonna be
of
so
them, man.
proud of the cool party I have.
Yeah, no, a man by the name of Cephik Caltro, we've heard, was perhaps connected with the string of murderers who we know is under the employ of Torga.
Well, I don't want to get messed up with any Zentarum business. I'm trying to lay low for now.
Yeah,
It's a
no,
spider.
just
Yeah, wait, are you just operating solo? You don't have any network up here?
I don't have much of a network at all. But I have useful abilities. Not abilities, I mean resources. And as well, we've been trying to find where Drizzt has gone off to, so me hanging around here is at least useful for that end as well. But
So you're
if you
such a-
folks are heading off on this Zentarum quest, we wish you luck. Hopefully you can manage on your own.
we hope so as well. Actually, we're trying to. If is the Zentarum, we might need some more allies. We're trying to find ways of rooting them out with allies.
We're putting together a team.
Put together a team.
Tell you what, Miss Vilma and Mr. Nephros, I have my own personal gripes against the Zentarum, so I'd be willing to put my ears to the ground, free of charge. I'll keep you informed if anything happens. I have a small base of operations here in Bryn Shander. My mercenary company, Brigandarth, should be the one that you contact. Here's the address. And as I said, I'll be heading back to Lonelywood once we finish up talks here. I didn't realize that this is what you were really after, but if we're still interested in talking about trade, that's fine too.
Yeah, no, that too. There's but how we gotta have good trade if, we got the Zentarum, controlling entire towns, It's like a part of what's going on.
Yeah, sorry, hold on. Why don't you talk trade? Thrizia, you mind if I catch your eye for a moment?
Of course, you always have my eyes.
No, you flatter me too much. Nephros, we can do Vilma's conversation obviously first. Nephros basically just wants to try and sell the large topaz that I have to Thrisia.
Oh, a gemstone I see.
Here.
Tell me, how much is this gemstone normally worth to you?
Well, by my estimations, last time I gave it an appraisal myself, I'd say about 500 gold pieces.
I'll be the judge of that. My friend, I'd say that I'd be willing to part with it. I need to make some sort of profit on this for 400 gold pieces.
It's a big city. I'm sure there's lots of good buyers and a lot of trade comes through here.
I'm sure, but 10 Towns just doesn't have what it used to as far as thriving trade. That's what we're trying to bring back to the place. It would be hard to sell this. But
I don't know. I'm sure I could buy it for maybe 450 gold worth of supplies and lodging and gear.
why don't you try to persuade me?
Persuade me!
Perhaps you should roll a die.
Oh ho ho.
Let the dice do the speaking.
You are friends with my friends Jarlaxle and Spider. I give you full price for it. 500 gold pieces it is.
Pleasure doing business with you.
I can always bring it to Waterdeep at much expense, but I can sell it much better there. Thank you, my friend.
It's always a pleasure, Thrisia. Now, do you have a platinum membership card or anything? Or...
My friend, there is no such thing as a platinum membership card. However, our gold program has many benefits. If you wish to join Thrazier's gold emblem status, I can offer you exclusive rights to my services. I'll let you sell anything to me and I won't bullshit you.
You know what?
Is this
That's a deal I'm in for.
Fantastic. The gold membership is 100 gold pieces.
Oh, I see. So you bullshit me now, and then after I pay you, you stop. Okay, never mind. I'm not in.
Oh, come now, Nephros. I thought that you were a wise businessman.
What are the benefits of
no.
membership?
I'm an idiot. And remember that. You just got persuaded into paying full price to an idiot.
Full price, indeed.
Nephros, holds up his mug for a cheers.
He just passively mage hands up his cup to cheers you as well as he inspects the topaz. Alright, Trazira also asks, say, where are your friends?
On a mission, of course. We'll be meeting them later at the north side? What is it called?
The north?
North.
Oh, that's far from here. Are you sure you don't want me to call them?
What?
I can call them on the cell phone.
They're probably still chasing after him.
You're right. I waste the effortless spell on calling them. I'm sure that they will be joining us soon.
Well, you can get an update if you want. I'm not gonna stop you. I'm sure
Just
they're
offering.
only good news.
Of course, only the best news.
My friends wouldn't embarrass me in front of some of the most renowned adventurers in the world.
Of course not. Why would they? You are, of course, all perfect. I will just ask. It's a expensive casting. I'll need 10 gold
Okay,
pieces.
then don't do it. You said it was free.
Very well. I can do it
Free
for
to
free.
gold members.
He holds up his golden scepter, and one of the gems flickers. Should I? Oh, not Grundle. Suvi, Mr. Furbolg, your friends are here at Kelvin's Comfort in the center of town, awaiting your triumphant return. That is the message he sends to Suvi.
How'd you get this number? Is this a phishing attempt?
No caller ID. Hang up.
Unfortunately, it is forced upon you. You may reply, but yeah, it's up to you.
Right, we lost a guy. Heading to you. Beep-a-doop.
He says that he lost the guy, and he's
Oh, that
heading
they
to us.
found the guy.
No, that he lost the guy.
No, I think you misheard.
I do not think so. I did this for free. I'm not trying to sugarcoat it for you.
I'm doing that nervous smile where I'm just showing my teeth and I'm not really smiling.
Great.
The monkey smile.
This is fine. This is fine.
Great. I like it. I like that for them.
Really good.
Anyways, we were talking about trade.
Sure. In the meantime, the rest of you guys can show up if you would like to.
I just want to get like contacts with them and hopefully future business. Once
Don't
we get
everybody
things set
pile
up.
on top at once. Jarlaxle! Dog pile!
We lost the wizard.
Wizard,
Oh,
you
he's
say?
a wizard now.
He's a magician. He just disappeared. It still baffles me to this day.
Oh,
And it
did you
was
check?
today.
Well,
Well, what do you
know
mean he
where
disappeared?
Targa and her friends have gone. They've gone to the Hooked Knucklehead.
What was that mead, please? I want a mead for everybody.
And a hot chocolate for me. I
Hot
like
chocolate?
your hat. It has a feather in it. My name's Grundle.
Thank you. It is a peacock feather from the southern.
Not you, Brazier. Jeez.
Now
More
that
than one cool hat in this room.
got you, that man. Points to Jarlaxle.
Thank you. I suppose these are your friends. That we were just in the midst of talking about trade agreements and whatnot. Boring things.
Quite
Yeah,
boring,
wait.
yeah. Something interesting happened, right?
Wait, hold on.
Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
what do you mean he disappeared?
He disappeared.
He
His
was
foot
just in the-
tracks stopped.
Yeah, they stopped in the middle of an alleyway and he just disappeared. Grundle couldn't find his footprints anywhere. We tracked it. We cornered him in an alley.
What, did you check the roofs?
Yeah, there wasn't any there.
Have you seen how tall I am?
What, you can't just climb onto a building?
We could have, but it's too high to climb in that short of time.
Alright,
So
well...
yeah, the news is
this-
we spooked him, so he probably won't do anything evil tonight.
Well,
Yeah, or-
we'd rather catch him red-handed than prevent him from doing something, but...
yeah, that or the rest of them are going to be even more on edge and we won't be able to find anything else.
You said
Well-
you were tracking this murderer, yes?
Yes, well, yes.
As our suspect.
Suspected murderer.
Well, him running like that,
Suspect.
very suspicious for a suspect.
Well, what's
so.
the point of this murderer? What's their MO? They were going around and, they were... What was it? I don't know.
Targeting
They're just
people
targeting
related
people at
to
random, I think.
Sacrifices?
No, I think it
No.
was people who had drawn from the lottery for sacrifice.
People who tried to escape from the lottery.
Oh,
were being
tried to
tracked
escape.
down.
Yeah.
I don't think his name is Mo.
Mo Durer? What?
You said M.O.
Oh,
I don't think his name is Mo.
Oh,
That
he's
is very
learning his
true,
letters.
well, Is there a way to find out who the next victim might be?
Well, judging by what we learned, whoever's going to get sacrificed next.
Yeah, I mean, do we
in
know
any
when
of
the
the
next
towns.
drawing is?
Any of the towns where the caravan goes.
Yeah, I mean, do we know when the next drawing is?
Well, the
Fortnight
next
from now.
Yeah, the next drawing is 2 weeks from now.
But
Yeah,
you said
so I mean-
So you guys were chasing him individually. He wasn't with everybody else.
Yeah, they split
No.
off, and the other Targa and her crew are at Knucklehead, I believe.
So maybe he's working alone, and he's. But so he might be working alone.
Suspect
but we-
magic. So we might have a charmed Targa in our situation here.
He might, yeah. There might be magic. Also, there's the bodies. Is he using Targa as a front? Or
Yeah,
something?
it's entirely possible he might be manipulating them as a cover.
Yeah, did Troll's Bane imply that there might be any protection going on?
Well,
They
I mean,
don't know the situation fully.
yeah. Well, I mean, all I can say is that, you know, when I tried to figure out who he was out of the crowd, she was very protective of him and wouldn't let me. Seemed to immediately stop me from talking to her employee directly.
Spider
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
kind of thinks for a second and goes, "Is there a way we can find out who the last person was that was signed up for the sacrifices?"
Volunteered, yes.
Yeah, well,
Fallen
I mean,
sacrifice.
if the next drawing's not for 2 weeks, maybe somebody here tried to dodge it last time? I don't know how to find that out.
Well, they're in a tavern. We could ask people.
Well, supposedly there's like a lot of
I
witnesses
assume
when
there's a
they
town
draw.
record.
Yeah, people would
There's like
know.
30 of them or something like that.
Well,
The
what
bad
we do in
man
the other
told
town
me.
is that they have there's a grand list of all the people in every town, right?
I
Okay,
guess
draw
that's
from?
how it works. Yes, we're all out-of-towners. We don't really know how it works. Yeah, Lonely Wood's not one of those barbaric places that sacrifices people.
Right, it makes no sense, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. Know what the Dales become,
Clearly the winter hasn't gotten any better.
driving people insane.
Now, I have my own theory that it's being used for people to get rid of people they don't want anymore. But we'll have to find what the victims are and their relationship to people to determine that.
Well, the drawings are done here. I'm sure that somebody must know. Perhaps
hope
ask
so.
around. I think that our trade talks can go for another day, though it was useful, all of the passive cutaways that we did with trading information about that.
I would love so much just to work with you guys.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh boy.
Adapt me.
Did that one work?
Nope, it was 30.
The DC was 30. It is Jarlax.
Of
No,
course.
I'm just
It
kidding.
is Jarlax. It's impossible to persuade. Shrewdest
Hey,
in
would
the universe.
Would you like a
Look at that.
lucrative business opportunity? No. Okay, well, thank you very much. No. He is more than willing to talk to you as adventurers that might be running into a lot of artwork and whatnot, especially with your statement that you might want to establish trade with the Goliaths. They could be a useful in-between as far as Spider and Jarlaxle and Brazier are concerned, with heading south by land, as Jarlaxle goes by sea.
See, we all got the same thing in mind. It's a good idea.
You've put the idea in their heads, and they're willing to explore it further once you guys are done with your night moves.
Yeah, Nephros is also
There's like
definitely interested
impending murder going on. There's also like what the cringe. What's the ancient crystal that might be evil that we're tracking down? You know, all the fun stuff.
Crystallized
Yeah,
cultists.
the
we
cringe
definitely need to check
Cinnabon
this
and
down
all that
for.
stuff.
The Crinshinabon. What do you mean you're tracking it down?
Well, There's been whispers
Well-
that it's resurfaced.
Yeah, Venric, you're not like cancerous yet, are you?
Oh yeah, is
Yeah,
Venric
I
dead
don't
from
think
it?
so.
You still got that
Here,
crate full of
maybe,
shards, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's only one shard.
It's a small box with a few shards. Yes, it's a crate full of shards.
But yeah, why don't you
Well, we should
here,
reveal it,
get
I
that out and
guess.
show him.
Benrick hesitates,
be
but then
discreet.
pulls out the box and opens it. Spider looks inside. Huh. I mean, I wouldn't say that this is the Crinchinaban.
It's perhaps a shard of it.
Yeah, we're
assuming. It
when
seemed
we were
to.
in the Dwarven Valley, we went to the place where allegedly it had been sealed off and interred, and it had been seemingly recently dug into and excavated.
Went to where Kessel fell.
Cleared it out from
I
some
believe the dwarfs
raiders.
called it the forge or something.
There's
It was,
been some talks. A fabled dark crystal that's popping up, not just there, but elsewhere. I hadn't really considered that it was related to the Crinchinaban itself. I figured it had been destroyed.
Well, it's perhaps in shards that these cultists are using. This shard in particular was poisoning a man to death. He was dying really rapidly with it nearby.
He
Um,
looks
So
at
we
you and
decided to
goes,
keep it.
"It's a good thing I didn't touch it then."
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't stare at it for too long. It seems like some people just kind of stare into it for a while.
You close the box. They all kind of like confer together, and
all
they tell
die.
you that from their collective knowledge, they had also heard about these dark crystalline shards. They're popping up all over Icewind Dale in small deposits. It's hard to find, but it is still plentiful enough that people in far-flung places are able to like identify this pattern. And colloquially, they've been calling it something known as Chardolin. While not all of the like Chardolin itself seems to be possessive or evil, it seems to be almost like an ice that's strong as metal. It can be worked, and like it's highly susceptible to magic. It's highly sought after from what the three merchants are telling you. But because of that innate ability to suck up magic juice, it seems to be prone to corruption, like from demonic entities.
And perhaps this Crinchinaban was made from the same stuff?
It could have been. If it's connected, maybe it's affecting it somehow. Yeah, it's kind of showing up all over the place, so...
Being intentionally spread by the cultists, it seems.
Cult? There's a little too much
Yes.
going on here. You guys got a
There's a
murderer to
lot.
catch. I think we can talk later. I'll be here. I'll be here tomorrow. Because of what we've heard. Let's meet up here tomorrow night, if you guys are still around.
Oh, sure. We have
Yeah, that
some,
sounds reasonable.
But
It's
just get into
intriguing
town.
meeting a bunch of new adventurers. Intrepid lot with a lot of stories going on. I told you they would be interesting to sit with us. Aren't you happy that you put your guards down, Mr. Jarlaxle? For now, let's talk tomorrow if they're still alive.
And I will say it is an honor to meet with you both, and hopefully we can do good business together.
Why wouldn't we be alive? That was very ominous.
Well, you're catching a murderer, but that's
Yeah.
on you how well you handle that. He tips the wide brim of his hat and takes his leave. The drow that are kind of interspersed throughout the room get up and follow him out, all wearing
want
the
his-
markings of Brigandairth.
He's
I
well
want
guarded.
his hat.
Of course you do, Shane.
Just
Spider,
I was gonna
a cool cape. What do you need a hat for?
Yeah, aren't you supposed to not wear clothes?
No,
But
he
that's
wears
a
clothes now.
really good hat.
Maybe he's becoming civilized.
It would actually. We should try and find you one that's kind of like that. It'll look good on you with your fur, with your furs.
Well, he's already got the headband.
Such
Well, you can
fancy
wear
get-up for
headbands.
my little young ward Grundle, aren't you? They, Brazier starts, like, talking you guys up as Jarlax has left. Spider gets up to leave, hopping down onto the floor and strutting away. Vilma, he stops and, like, looks back at you as he, hesitates. He sees you looking at him and he just, kind of shakes his head and continues onward. He leaves as well. Make an insight check.
Think he's disappointed in you.
No, it was more like a kind of shake, rather than a kind of shake.
What kind of
yes.
shake was it, Chris? Tell me
The-
about it.
the
Was it a Harlem
Ajita.
shake?
It was a not a
Oh,
exactly.
The booba.
that makes a lot of sense to me.
Level up.
From your insight check, you noted that he was glancing at the rapier.
Cool.
Anywho, with that, I think that's enough for tonight. Thank you all for watching. You can see the Rime of the Frostmaiden every Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Maybe next time, Allie will be here as well. If you want to watch our Dorkvision stream, that's on Sundays from 9 p.m. to midnight, again Eastern Time. You can buy my books on DriveThruRPG and the DMs Guild, and you can support me on Patreon/NobleCrumpet. We'll see you next time as we maybe meet more strange and interesting characters and maybe catch a murderer. Good night, everyone.
I
It
doubt
may
it.
be.
Doubt
Bad
it.
case of murder.
Case of the murder days.